We are missing James. There he goes.
So last night I also had oh yay, I'm naturally lavender purple, but I also got a chance to hit. Remember I told you guys about that tabletop tavern that opened up in my area?
Mm-hmm.
I had a chance to go. It finally opened 2 days ago, so I went yesterday. And oh my god, guys, I kid you not, they have like they actually boast this. They have 1,400 rental games to choose from.
Wow.
Yo.
That's a lot of
All board games.
I was
Alrighty.
They even
Well, I
have
hate
the
to
more
try and cut the...
How big of a room do you need to store all of those?
It's an entire wall. I'll show you pictures afterwards, guys.
Comment section short, guys, but I'd like to go ahead and get started for today. We've got a lot of content to cover.
I also all my spell cards have Genos on the back. My robot husband. Anyway.
Nice.
First off, good morning, everybody. Thank you all for being able to make it.
Good morning. Good morning, DM Senpai. He's like, it's too early for this shit.
Mr. D-Rez, are we about ready? Because I think I'm about ready, unless anyone has any objections.
Nope. Hey, I just realized, isn't this the first time since the dungeon bubble that we've really had every single person in game?
Yes, I was just talking about that earlier.
Yeah.
I will ask everybody to be respectful of everyone this morning. I don't want a lot of over talk. We have too much to get through.
Sorry, I missed my cue. Yes, we are ready. I was trying to listen into the stream to see if I needed to rebalance anything.
It's all good. Good morning, Amans.
Good morning.
Good morning, Glosson. Glosson?
No, I can't tell.
There we go. Good morning, Stonewall.
Morning, sir.
Good morning, Argon.
Good morning.
Good morning, Neora.
Good morning.
Good morning, Candela.
Good morning.
Sieg.
Good morning.
And good morning, Argon.
Good morning.
All right. D-Rez, when you're ready, we could get this show on the road. I'm excited.
Go for it.
Good morning, everybody. Welcome back to our little game we like to call Diet D&D. We have a full house with us today. I'd love to go down the list. We'll be quick about it. We have Cade playing Human Ardwen. Say hello.
Hello.
We have Justin playing Tiefling Sieg.
Hello.
Our host, Daniel, playing a quarter health, Candela. Mrs. Q, I love it.
Sorry, still listening in.
You're still at a quarter health?
No, I said I was still listening.
Elf. He's a half elf and a half demon.
Oh, I heard quarter health. I got very concerned.
Yeah, my damage is permanent. I'm sorry, I can't heal. No.
We have Jean playing High Elf Neora.
Hello.
We have James playing Human Argon.
Hello.
We have Dimitri playing Human Stonewall.
Hello.
We have Coco playing Elven Glosson.
Hello.
And we have Lexi playing Gearforged Amons.
Hello.
Alright guys, you've been shipped out, ready to go, well you're about to be shipped out, to travel across the Sea of Traitors on your newly commissioned Midnight Star, to travel to the frozen north in hopes and pursuit of finding this demon named Pharrell that has been banished to the frozen north because he may have some Link being a possible acolyte to this Carolyn figure you guys are questing after. It has been a couple of hours, I will say, and you guys have been getting yourself acquainted on the ship. A little bit of time to get everyone in ship shape before you shove off. Now, I have a list of positions and whatnot at the ready if anyone needs anything. Your captain will be quickly versing you in everything that, you need to know. From here on, I'm your narrator. Your captain.
Alright. Alright. Oh, are we on the ship or are we just
The ship is still docked. You have a little bit of time to make sure everyone knows whatever they need to know before you leave this dock.
Okay. And Janice, since we're through, are people on the main deck or are they in various parts of the ship?
Whatever you want. This is your ship. Tell me what's going on.
Okay. Basically, I'd be going around to, since everyone has a position, going around to each and every single person with trying to figure out what to do, because I know Stonewall would be on, like, the main deck directing that stuff, people making sure kind of going down the different levels of the ship.
Fair enough. Everything seems to be in order. As we get to it, Stonewall, you have a job, pardon me, of making sure everyone knows what they're supposed to be doing, roughly. So, we're going to go down the line, and you're going to give me a brief description of, well, you're not going to give me a brief description, you're going to tell everybody what their job is and give them a brief understanding. They will have to roll for understanding to make sure they understand what you just told them.
Okay.
Come again.
Okay.
Don't worry. I got this.
If we're doing it this way, I'm assembling everyone on the top deck, not in a official capacity, but in an informal, like, little meeting to just make sure they know their roles on the top deck, let's say, to make this easier instead of searching for everybody.
All right, guys, so your captain calls you up to the top deck to make sure you guys know what you're doing.
Right, so...
all right. So the captain calls everyone up too, and everyone makes it to the top deck and basically is here and ready. So I'll go down my order.
Yeah.
So, Captain, if you'd like to introduce yourself real quick or give me a summary or whatever you'd like to do for your crew.
Right.
Let them know what's up.
Well, guys, as you know, so just saying, as you know, I am captain of the ship. Basically, I will be the one in charge during this voyage. You know, I have a lot, and he would say, I have a lot of faith in you guys, you know, that we'll be able to do this, get it to the frozen north, come back here, succeed in our mission. Basically, when we're at sea, everything I say is law.
Sounds about right.
And expect orders to be followed.
All right.
You know, looking around, short introduction type of thing.
Fair enough, no problem. Okay, so we have our first mate, Ardwin. Stonewall, give us a quick run over and brief Ardwin real quick.
Right, so Stonewall looks towards Ardwin, says, okay, so you're my first mate, or lieutenant, basically you are second in command. When I give an order, you know, and it needs to be done throughout the ship, it is your responsibility to make sure, you know, that the orders go out. Basically, you are next to me, you are second in command of the ship. So, again, Yeah, basically, you're second in command. Or for whatever reason, you are in that moment captain, essentially. So a lot of responsibility, Again, very similar duties as to what the captain, you and I will be conversing quite often during this voyage.
I hope that I fulfill anything that requires necessary.
And Stonewall looks, nod approval. He's like, I have no doubt you will.
All right, Ardman, please roll me. I will need a roll. Can you please just roll me a standard D20 for... Just give me an intelligence roll, please.
Shoot. There we go. That came out right. It's a flat 16, and my character sheet decided to go away.
You're fine. Go ahead and write down somewhere on your paper, on your first officer roll, you will get advantage.
Awesome. Yeah, it was a 16 with a +2 intelligence.
You're fine. Thank you. All right, Captain, we have the sailing master, Naora.
Right, so then Stone will turn to Naora and saying, you're sailing master. Basically, you're in charge of the ship's navigation, helping plot a course, and also in charge of directing those in the rigging of the ship to deploy what sails that need to be deployed as per my orders that I give. Very important job to make sure that, we know where we're plotted. Again, it's a high degree of response.
I hope I fulfill my role well.
I have no doubt. Someone says, very kindly to her.
Naora, please roll me an intelligence roll, a standard D20 plus your intelligence modifier.
Not 18 +3.
Okay, please write down on your first officer roll, you will get advantage.
Got it.
Captain, we have the gunnery officer, Amons. I'm sorry, Amons, I really can't go last.
Alright, so again, turning to, as he did with the other two, Stonewall, turns around and says, Mons, basically, you're going to be in charge of the guns on the gun deck. It is your responsibility to make sure that when we are in battle that they are kept firing, and that they are kept firing, that that they have that they're in working condition, that the guns are working, and that we're able to have an effective firepower of this ship, that the ship is able to defend itself. At least the guns on the gun deck, that is your department where you're in command of.
I understand. Just keep shooting. Just keep shooting.
Good lord.
Stonewall says, basically, yes.
All right, Amons, in some way, I will need you to roll me an intelligence check, please.
Yep, so I have 20 modified.
Oh, nice. Okay, please write down on your first officer roll, you get advantage.
Thank you.
All right, Captain, you briefly meet with Sumzen and talk with her about being the provost marshal. She understands perfectly, and she will updo her duty. There's now the Master of Arms, Candela.
Stonewall turn to Candela and says, basically your department, every single weapon on this ship, you are responsible, and also the ship's guard, you are responsible making sure that all the weapons are kept working, and that any weapons damaged, whether that be, swords, boarding implements, or even any of the artillery pieces, that they are reported to you so that they can be mended, as well as, repelling any invaders that try to board the ship. You are in charge of the guard.
I get to keep more than my wit sharp. Lovely.
So I have great faith that you will, execute these orders, that you will fulfill this position. It's very important.
I look forward to my service.
Candela,
Oh,
give me
wow.
an intelligence roll.
6.
Please write down on your first officer roll. You will get disadvantage.
Of course.
I'll save you for last. Okay. Captain, you have the ship's carpenter, Glosson.
Okay. Stone walks up to Glosson. They're saying, Glosson, as a ship's carpenter, it is your responsibility to keep this ship repaired. Any leaks, any holes in the hull, any damage, say the mast, suffers any damage, we have to replace the mast. Any major repairs needed, that will be your responsibility. I will be coming to you to get the status of the ship after a battle or any major damage suffered to the ship, so I can give the according orders. Again, like all the positions I've stated thus far, it is very, very important because it's basically the survival of the ship. Very important role. And I have no doubt you will, fulfill these duties to your utmost.
Glosson gives a slightly nervous salute. Yes, I will do my best, sir.
Stonewall will salute back, as in tradition. Or what he knows to do because, he's a soldier.
Okay, Glosson, please give me an intelligence roll. Uh-oh, what'd you get?
I haven't rolled yet.
Oh, come on. Don't do us like that.
She's still high-strung from her last campaign.
That's fair.
Yeah. Yeah, that's yeah. That was...
Okay.
I was still coming back to that.
You're please write down you'll get an advantage on your first roll.
Okay, good.
So far, I'm the only one who's botched their roll.
Captain, you meet with the helmsman Artemis. He'll do his duty. Carpet samples brought along to be the cook. You're okay with that, you suppose? Pelly's here to be your surgeon and doctor. Lottie will be your lookout. You meet with at least 20 other deckhands. Their names are not important for our game right now, but you give them the laydown. You let them know what's up.
Insignificant NPC number A.
Very good. Okay, now you meet with your quartermaster, who will be Sieg.
Alright, okay. Stonewall walks up to Sieg and says, okay. Your responsibility as quartermaster, you are in charge of all the supplies, minus anything, minus the weapons. It is your responsibility that this ship has enough food for all of us aboard. That we have enough supplies needed in order to function as a crew. Again, all the roles I've stated thus far are important, and this is very important because I don't think we want to run out of food on this voyage. Do I make myself clear, sir?
I understand. Will complete my duty to the best of my abilities.
Good.
Sieg, please roll me the intelligence check.
That's a 16 with a +3 modifier.
Nice.
So, yeah.
Okay, you will get advantage on your first roll. Please write that down. And I saved the best for last. Captain, Argon is your ordnance officer.
Gets popcorn.
Wait, why is everyone lost?
Yeah. Stonewall walks up, very rigid and says, okay. Again, all of the duties that I have said so far, all the officers' positions that everyone has is important. Ordnance officer. As an ordnance officer, you are responsible to make sure that the guns have enough ammunition. To make sure that we don't run out of ammunition in the middle of a fight. Because if we do, that would not be good. Now would it? He says, kind of staring down.
You said down, boys.
So, it is your responsibility to make sure that we have enough ammunition stocked for all the ship's guns, it says pointing to all the guns along the top deck, and those on the gun deck. You're responsible to making sure that powder and shot is run up during a battle. That is constant as to make sure that the guns are kept firing. Any damaged guns, any damage that any of these guns take, you are to take stock of it and to report to the Master at Arms so they can be repaired. Because I do not want any of the guns on this ship to be inoperable. I want them all kept firing and in working condition. Do I make myself clear, sir?
Aye, sir.
Good. Do you understand the duties you are to perform?
Aye, sir.
Good.
Argon, please roll me an intelligence roll.
Just everybody's freaking the rest of the party just drinking all of this spilled tea.
That was about 16.
Okay. Please note down you have advantage on your first roll.
Alright.
I'll go over some other specifics once we set sail. You guys are all prepped and ready. The captain will get you ordered. And Captain, it's time to shove off if everything's okay.
Right. Alright, Captain, seeing that everything is correct, Stonewall will, turn to the, say, well, right, raise the anchor, let's shove off. We're on our way.
All right, I will need everyone here to roll me a standard D20 for your officer rolls. Those who have advantage, please have advantage. Those who have disadvantage, please have disadvantage. Let me know what you get.
I'm changing my dice mid-session, I'm sorry.
Just let me know if anyone gets a 10 or under. That's all I need. Above, you're fine.
Using what modifiers?
It's a flat D20 roll. It is for your officer roll.
And I have disadvantage, right? Yeah, great.
Correct. If you get a 10 or under, let me know, or if you get a 20.
19.
19.
Not 20.
I've never been madder at my dice than I am right now.
Uh-oh.
I know.
I rolled a 3 both times.
Okay.
9?
I'm so freaking shooketh.
I got 10s.
Wait, unless... Shoot, I forgot that I had crap banging around in my dice case. Am I allowed to re-roll that or no? Because I used the wrong dice case.
Unfortunately, no.
Yeah, I had a feeling. I'm just gonna switch out my dice now. Ow! Damn it.
How's everyone else good?
Ah! Frick.
I'm on to good.
Don't mind.
The other roll is good too. Yeah, my other roll is good too.
Okay. Alright, one at a time. Anyone have a 10 or under?
Me?
Technically me.
I know you two. I know Oregon has a 10. Anybody else have a 10 or under?
I have 9.
Gotcha, alright. Okay. Neora got a 20. Does anyone else have a 20?
Go fish.
No, okay. Okay, Captain. You pull out of port. The anchor is raised, and you guys slowly start drifting out of the shallows. You watch as your first mate runs around for a little bit, trying to figure out who they're supposed to be tailoring their skill to. Like, Ardwin's running around like he's supposed to be yelling at somebody, but he doesn't know who.
I think he forgot.
Alright.
Or we're gonna have a brain fart.
Alright, Candela.
Oh no, wait, I can actually set this up.
Oh, uh-oh.
Rather than running around trying to figure out who he's trying to yell at, Arduin is kind of off the edge of the ship. He's spaced out to hell. Like, he's straight up staring and just like 5,000 yard stare.
Oh boy. Okay.
Wonderful.
You haven't seen him do this before. Lawson, you've seen him do this before.
Yeah.
We'll get to that in just a second. Candela,
Yes.
where are the guns?
I'm not on guns. I'm on weapons.
You can't. Too many boxes. Can't find.
Why aren't any of these labeled?
No, Argon, you did pass. You needed a 10. So, the captain sees both of you having issues. Naora, with a nat 20, you can do whatever you'd like. As you see your two crewmates struggling, you can rectify one of them. You can help one of them.
I'll help. I'll help Candela find a weapon.
Okay,
Bless
so
you.
Usually stroll around and basically just show, okay, here's the boxes, here's how they're labeled. They're labeled weirdly, but they're labeled. Okay, Captain, we're out in the shallows. We're sailing off. So far, you see Candela struggle, but Candela gets it. You see Ardwin just staring off into space. Everyone else seems to be doing okay.
Okay, well, Stonewall will, we'll walk up, so seeing that everything's okay, we'll walk up and gently, just, say, using, saying, Mr. Argon, is everything okay?
Ardwin.
Ardwin, sorry, yeah. Ardwin, yeah. Remind you.
What's your passive
Yeah,
perception?
I think that was, if I'm correct, it was 12.
Okay, I just wanted to see if you saw something. So
Yeah,
as you talk to him, he
it's
kind of really suddenly snaps back, like he's just been freaking dropped. He kind of turns back to you. You got a quick moment of just seeing what. You got a quick moment. You saw his eyes were like glazed over.
Ooh.
Like he was about to pass out. Something weird was going on with his eyes just then, but you couldn't see much else other than that they were glazed over.
Mm-hmm. And that's what I would say, and someone would say, are you quite alright?
Ardwin kind of has this moment where he kind of looks around and then meets back to your eyes, like, yeah, I'm fine. I'm so sorry about that.
So I'd say it's perfectly fine, first day out, people not used to being on ship, I can understand, just I can understand, the nervousness, I guess. See, that's how he would phrase it, at least nervousness or going out into the unknown. Is more how he would phrase it.
Yeah, most likely. He kind of reaches up and kind of starts to nervously thumb at the amulet around his neck.
So again, I'd say, well, I have great faith that you will be able to assist me as my first mate. We will see this through to the end.
I thank you, good sir.
No problem, There's no problem at all. I have great faith. I have great faith in your abilities. Now I'll be relying on your assistance quite much. Very much.
Thank you, Captain.
All right, that went well. The ship sails. You guys are waterbound. Congratulations. The Midnight Star is seaworthy.
That's a very good thing for a ship to be.
She doesn't sink out of port. She wasn't loaded incorrectly. Congratulations, guys.
That's a good thing. The ship was well trimmed, or that's the term they would use.
Great googly moogly, things didn't go to shit.
Yeah.
We'll cover some specific statistics as we get to them. For the most part, the ship has everything you guys wanted. It has everything on your docket list. You also notice another few features that were not expressly relayed, in which the maidenhead appears to obviously have some form of magic to it. And the large central set of wooden doors that go back into what would be the cabin at the back of the top deck looks exactly like doormen.
Nice.
You think you have doormen.
Yay!
All right. Well, guys, you set off on sail for the day and start going out into the vast ocean that is the Sea of Traitors. You spend the beginning of this day just getting used to the ship, getting used to your surroundings. Feel free to have a little bit of free talk and tell me what goes on. Captain, at any point, you can outgo this certain thing you've been waiting for as you look over at the central mast, and there's a nice shiny little golden flag you've been
Somebody hit record. Somebody hit record.
We're live stream, don't worry.
Yeah. We'll hold off on a little bit.
Okay.
I'm gonna need to wait. Tully's with us, right?
Of course he is.
Okay, good. Okay,
Oh.
we're good. Okay.
That's a good idea. So,
Okay.
you guys can obviously see this map, you can see this token. This is roughly what the Midnight Star looks like.
Wait.
Keep a mental image.
Oh, there we go.
You guys got it?
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
Oh my.
Alrighty. Good news.
Nice.
I have a map.
Yay!
Hey, good news! The skeletons are still drowning.
Very nice.
Alrighty, guys. Arvin, did you bring your horse with you or not? I didn't know about that. Probably not.
Hang on, I have to confirm something, but if I can confirm something, then I probably did. Which is, yes, I did, actually.
Okay, so you have a horse on the ship with you.
Had to check your inventory, make sure your horse was in your inventory? Pocket horse?
No, I had to check because this horse happens to be outfitted with the horseshoes of Zephyr. This horse can literally walk on water.
The horse is Jesus, got it. His name is now Horsus.
You're just gonna walk up to him and constantly call him Jesus. Elmar, poor Elmar's gonna be like, what are you talking about?
Alrighty, so you guys have a map to have fun with and move about as you please. The ship sails perfectly fine. There's another 20 or so NPCs, deckhands that are running about doing their own little duties above and below deck. The ship of kobolds is happily sailing along, bobbing beside you guys. They're just playing on his hurdy-gurdy. For the most part, you guys have some free time right now to do as you please on your first day of sailing.
I'm assuming the horse would actually be below deck.
Okay, I can do that for you, not a problem.
Yeah, it would most likely be below deck in some form of like a stall, because they would do that.
Yeah, that's what I was assuming. So.
Okay,
Yeah.
taken care of.
To
Is that-
address my Sorry.
Sorry, I was just wondering, is this the cannon that was brought on?
Yes, that needs to be that needs to be mounted.
Okay.
Okay,
Properly
it is taken.
mounted.
It is properly mounted to your orders.
Good.
And-
To address my personal elephant in the room, how's the ghost doing? My ghost babe, how is she doing?
The camera will pan over, and she's leaning over this on the side of the rail, or well, she's standing and she's mimicking to lean over because you can tell she doesn't want to try and lean on the side of the ship. And she's got a 1,000-yard stare. She stares down over the bow. The tiniest little whimper.
My heart, my soul, my everything.
You can see for a moment she tries to put a little bit of her what her weight would be onto her hands on the railing, and you see her hands sink through it ever so slowly. She immediately spooks herself and pulls her hands back up like she's just touched fire. She looks to you, shakes a bit, and just goes to you. I don't like it. She says she wants to go to her room. She doesn't like it.
Loving it already. Okay. Now she wants to go.
Gwendella will spend her days in the amulet unless you guys specifically request otherwise. She doesn't like the ocean.
Makes sense.
Makes sense.
Thank you for that.
Did I miss something? It seems like Lady Jean is not in the game anymore.
I don't think so. I apologize. I'm not sure why. I hope she can get that rectified. She's not with us right now. In the meantime, does anyone else want to tell me what they're doing on their first day of sailing? Checking out this ship or otherwise?
Examining guns. Have a look at the gun.
I'm just looking to see how many cats are on the ship, of course.
The only cat that would be on the ship would be the one you brought with you.
Ew.
Might I suggest that you allow the cat to visit the storeroom or to stay safe in the storeroom, as pests generally eat our supplies, or eat supplies?
I approve of this.
That would be highly
Speaking of which,
advised.
Who has brought their familiar and who has left them at home? I fully endorse always bring your familiar, but I'm just asking.
I have fourth Paul.
Nia brought her.
Are you aware you're not in roll 20 right now?
No, I thought I was.
I don't see you.
You disconnected, honey.
Alright, give me a sec.
Okay, just letting you know.
Having
Just let me know if
technical
you haven't.
difficulties.
Just let me know if you specifically did not bring your familiar. I know Candela did not.
I brought mine.
Chiton runs in the house.
You know damn well I brought Russell.
Alright, so I guess Candela's probably the only one who didn't bring theirs. No problem.
Well, I had a valid reason to.
No, that's true. I just wanted to keep track.
That and I don't trust you.
That's true. You killed one familiar. One familiar, and the world hates you.
No, just me.
No, that's fair. Okay, well, guys, you have some free time. Do as you please until otherwise. Confer with your captain. Sail.
Telly is below deck at our little rum and ice cream bar, currently making butterscotch shots.
Nice.
That is one smart thought.
I agree with that. I agree with that.
Everyone loves Telly.
I would like to see if this is actually a thing. I would like to know if there is an actual list of our weaponry so I can keep track of that.
I'm sure there is. If not, one is made up for you. No problem.
I'm sure those with inventory-like abilities will have an inventory list to go off of.
Okay.
There we go, Jean's on.
There you are.
And guys, have fun with the map. Feel free to move around. Do as you please.
This is the front, right?
The bow, yes ma'am.
Yeah, that's the bell.
I want to check out the Maidenhead.
There's a large bronze maidenhead that is strapped to the front. It looks very generic in design. You can tell it's got magic in it, but you're not quite sure what it does, but you can tell it's full of magic.
Ooh. Lovely ladies are always full of magic.
Oh, whoa!
Hey now.
You're a rock star. Get your
I've
game
been
on.
Hanging around Zora
Go
too
play.
much.
Argon, you can't help but notice as you're passing around and learning everything. Argon, on the central mast, there's a large golden plaque that has your name on it.
Where?
It's literally, it's tacked onto the main mast.
Oh, okay. That's amazing. That's fun. I need to go find the supply stuff to get some blueberries for my little friend.
All right. You do so, no problem.
Hey, little buddy.
I know everyone's a little bit afraid to step on each other's toes right now, but you do have free time, unless you all want to just wait until the next event.
I'm going to personally stay as inside as possible.
Like below deck or
Yes.
to the center of the ship?
No, below deck.
Okay.
Considering
Blossom will
another reason, considering that just now got my Incinidagger back, I want to stay as far away from the sides of the ship as possible.
I was about to say.
Yeah.
Cinedagger!
And that's why I've named it that, yes.
Yay! Good job.
Alright, Blossom's probably gonna go below deck as well, just to check out things like the barracks and see where he's probably gonna mostly be working, considering his position.
Yeah. I would suggest, if you want to get familiar with what you're going to be doing on the ship, if your position requires being below decks, you just take a look and choose where you want your quarters to be. Most likely they would be in a central area on the ship towards the stern, but at least two decks below, near where the holds are in the ship. I would suggest finding your bunk space and looking for seeing where your post would be.
Aye, Captain.
Being familiar with that.
All right, you guys heard your captain.
That's the best option as we do to get familiar, because we're gonna need to know that.
Blossom just running down below. Already ahead of you, sir.
So after checking in to see if Mayor has anything important that she needed to do, she just goes around and like gets to know the ship.
Artemis is happily behind the wheel, staring at your direction. Pelly's running around, getting used to the ship. Lottie is currently up on the main mast, up top near the flagpole. She seems at home like a monkey in a tree. She's keeping a lookout.
I just realized, shall we send the crow and the raven up, and then it can really be a crow's nest?
I see what you did there.
Good. Samzen is walking about. She's not being stern, but she's overlooking Stonewall. You can tell she's trying to make sure everyone's doing what they're supposed to be doing.
Yeah, making sure peace is kept. That's a very good thing.
Ardwin is going around the top deck, taking stock of pretty much everything, and he's trying to get familiar with everybody who's on the ship, what everybody's duties are, and to make sure that that things are running as smoothly as possible. There doesn't seem to be a trace of that bizarre zone out from earlier.
Okay.
You guys are gonna have to for next one. Now we have 2 team dads. Oh, God.
I'm just moving Stonewall to the quarter deck. Yes.
Let's be honest, though, did we ever only have one parental figure in this group?
Nope.
No.
Exactly.
No.
Tully is best dad.
Tully is robot dead.
Most of you have ignored them, but the whole while the kobolds have piddle-paddled along, stroking along with you, and just kind of jibber-jabbering some form of a song. Dirge just seems to enjoy the company, but he kind of gives an awkward glance over to the ship. If anyone catches his eyes, it kind of looks like, I shouldn't have done this.
Actually, it looks like my mic died. Aaron, can you hear me fine?
Yep.
I got you. You're a little loud for me, but you're fine.
Gotcha.
No, my mic died on me, so now I gotta rely on this now. Doing fun.
Like I
Alright.
said, so far I've got 2 or 3 microphones on my shopping list.
Alright, does anyone want to do anything else specific as we continue on our day?
Yes, I would like to take a good look at that maidenhead, please.
Alright. Again, bronze maidenhead. It's full of magic.
Oh, I'm just below deck.
Can I see if I can get a good look into what that does?
Oh yeah, if you want to roll me an Arcana check, absolutely.
Yep. Let's see what I can get using my proper tin this time. Come on. Don't be an ass. 18, and that's not even with modifier.
Redemption!
Nice.
It is, seems like a standard form of an animation. You're pretty much sure this thing can move and come to life and be some sort of inanimate object if needed.
Ooh.
Okay. Not quite sure in what scenario we'll need that.
Anyone see the latest Pirates movie?
Exactly.
He knows where I got it from. He knows.
Yeah. Yep.
Been so long since I saw Pirates of the Caribbean.
I did not see 5. I should.
Okay, well there was a maidenhead that came to life.
Yeah.
Well, I got that much.
Then
I'm not as dumb as my character, thank you.
Oh.
That's a good movie.
Alright,
So
so
it's
the
not
day
something
continues as perfectly as can be right now. It
probably
is.
blow the door. I can hold a gun.
Everyone seems to be getting familiar with the ship, just perfectly fine. It is a good couple of hours of just open sea. You lose the trail of port behind you as you just try to keep. Well, I should ask the captain. Captain, we need to head north. Do we head a straight line? Are we zigzagging? Tell me what's going on.
Alright, I guess, Stonewall would call over to, Arduin and Naora to get, wants those to at least, get an idea of which direction the ship should head. So he would call them over basically to where he's standing on the quarter deck, which is, like, right by the helm where Stonewall is right here. He would just kind of call them over in motion or, bring his commanding voice, to, come over here, I need to confer with you with something.
Naylor comes over.
Okay. That works.
I'll move her for you. There you go.
That works, yeah.
I was partially muted. Ardwin is gonna head over as well.
Okay, yeah, I'm standing right by this,
A little difficulty with my mouse today, so sorry.
Oh, it's all good. That's all good.
Sorry
It's all good.
it seems like I'm trampling over everything.
Nah, that's fine. No worries. No worries. The idea comes across clear. So at this point, Stonewall would, ask both of you. I'm thinking we should continue to proceed north, but up that way. What I want your opinions on I want to confer with my officers before I make a final judgment. I always believe conferring with those in charge are a good thing, especially with you, Peter.
Let's see. We sailed out of Biama. The actual place that we're heading to, are we just heading to that island in the north, or the,
You actually, you're close. You sailed out of a port that is literally just a little bit to the northwest of Biama, but pretty much from Biama's point. You are heading straight for what is going to be this large chunk of this frozen continent up north. That is all you know, specifically. The map you were given, the Sea of Traders, is not a very charted waters. So, to the far of your understanding, there's no islands or rocks that you should be aware of, but there's possibly some.
Okay. Because on the map, it looks like there's a relatively large landmass between where we are and where the so-called frozen north is. So we can head north, but at some point we're gonna have to bear west for a bit to head through, to head between the land bridge.
Mm-hmm. So on, sorry. I'll take that into consideration. Sally Master, what say you? Stonewall says turning to Nayara.
Nayara just nods and agrees because she saw that ship.
Mm-hmm. Also said, I agree, that's the course of action we take. Make it so. And it says, oh, and then, yeah, this is when I need people to celebrate. DM, I'm allowed to do this.
Oh, I apologize. I had to grab my map to make sure I'm understanding correctly. But I apologize. I had a randomly generated map. If you're referencing the actual map, the large continent that is just south of the icy line is the frozen north I'm referencing.
Oh, okay. Yeah, because I'm referencing the actual map. Okay, yeah, then we can just head straight north.
That little island, that large elongated island, is the frozen north. Beyond that, it's the Arctic line, and it's just wasteland. So you're aiming for that little banishment continent.
Okay. That's fine. Then, with previously stated, Stonewall Gray says, yep, that's the course we should take. Turn to, basically turn to the helmsman and say, helmsman, keep us due north. Rory give the order to continue following the course we're on.
Yeah, no problem. Artemis has got you. No problem. It's just a straight heading to the north. Should be straightforward.
Oh, so we're actually right smack dab between both the Sea of Traders and the Sea of Ellis.
Just about. Yes, ma'am.
Okay. And Stonewall will turn to the both of them, both saying, turn to Daniel and everyone saying, I believe people know their positions, know where they're staying. I think we've waited long enough to dish out this, referencing, events that have been, events that have occurred up to this point dealing with the third person, if they understand what I mean.
Yes.
And Stonewall would basically say, assemble the crew on deck.
Ardwin is not gonna waste any time. He's immediately popping up. Ardwin already straight up heads below deck and starts calling all hands on deck, all hands on deck. Captain's orders.
Right. And so I say, right, Mr. Ardwin, I want them formed in a square outside, in front of the main mast. Basically, with a plaque with Ardwin's name on it.
Is this one the main mast? I'm trying to see what the way the map is.
Like it is.
Unless Captain says otherwise, this is main mast.
No,
Okay.
that's the main mast, yeah. Yes, that's the main mast. Yeah, because then you have the forward mast. Yeah, that's the main mast.
Mm-hmm.
Alright, yeah, Stonewall. Okay, right here.
Lottie will do her best to climb down as quickly as possible.
Basically, if people are doing the duty like lookout or helmsman, obviously you stay in that position. It's to people who aren't doing anything.
I apologize. Well, Lottie will stay up top.
Yeah, people are like lookout, very important. You have to stay in the mast. Can occasionally look down. At the helm, you have to kind of stay there. If you're not doing anything pressing, everyone's brought up on deck.
Yeah, if you're already on deck, you stay on deck. If your duties require on deck, you stay on deck. How do I know this? I hang out with you too much.
Also, I would suggest hide any, I don't know, you may want to hide any ghost child that might be there because, yeah, they may not want to see this. Any sensitive thing, you may just want to be, you know, just hide any children. That's
if
that's
you don't have the stomach, you go home.
Yeah, you got, it's, Right, Tully's up on deck? Okay. Tully's up on deck, I would presume?
Oh yeah, Tully was one of the first up.
Okay. So formed in this square, you know, Snowball, you know, addresses the crew. Right. I've assembled you all.
Naora's still up top.
Okay, I assume she's with us because she said she's having malfunctions. I assume I just assume she's there, so someone kind of standing in front, just for the sake he's standing in front, says, okay. Because of certain actions taken a while ago that I am pretty sure some of us remember from all looking to, you know, Naora, looking to Ardwin, you know, their odds kind of match same.
Ardwin gives you a thumbs up.
I believe they chose their punishment outside that inn we went to, right? Am I right, Mr. Ardwin?
That would be correct.
I believe they made the choice that I gave in that ultimatum, whether because of said actions on one night, that they either have extra duty or they suffer a flogging. One chose extra duty, and the other the lash. Mr. Argon, and someone says, turn to him, you know, fun center.
Wait, what?
Ooh, you in trouble.
Fun center. Is Argon wearing his armor?
He's wearing armor.
Okay. Someone would basically say, okay, basically to, because this has to happen, it has to be this way because it's accurate, but basically say, alright, remove your armor and put it off to the side if you would, please.
That was just taken care of. What is it? Please not take it off.
Someone says, you know, someone would then turn to Ardwin and say, Mr. Ardwin, lash into the mast, please. Or tie him to the mast, sorry.
Ardwin's going to step forward once all of Argon's armor is off, or at least his top pieces.
Yeah, at least the top pieces. I won't be as cool as they were in the Roller Navy. Alright, I'll at least show that I have a sympathetic side.
Ardwin's just kind of gonna stand there with a almost sadistic grin and you do the little turn around with his finger. Face the mast. He's enjoying this.
Naomi has a big grin on her face.
Pretty quick, Ardwin's gonna have the rope tied around both hands and around the mast. So he's firmly stuck, pretty much with his arms wrapped around the mast.
Alright, that works. That's what we'll do. And so say, right. You may be wondering, Mr. Argon, as to why you are lashed to the ship's mast. As I seem to recall, that day when I gave that ultimatum when we were leaving the Cross Spears, yeah, you chose the lash. Need I say more? Stomach.
Fully aware of what is going on.
Can I kind of out of character clarify just for
Please, I
JC?
don't think he was actually here for the choice of the punishment. I had to choose for him.
Yeah, he wasn't. That's why I wanted to clarify.
Recap would be a good thing.
So JC, do you remember
At this
back in the
moment.
Cross Spears when you went to Little Nuts and tried to kill Sieg?
Yes.
Well, everybody
I thought
obviously.
I thought everyone was aware that he was like out of his mind.
Yes, but at the
Yes.
same time that the big thing that caused the problems was you and Sieg getting into that drinking contest that made it 10 times harder to contain you both.
That's a fun little game.
Not when you nearly tried to kill Sieg.
Consequences.
There were problems. There was also the problem of you deciding to order bread and jelly and keeping half the party awake at night. I think the only people who got solid sleep that night were me and Glosson.
Yeah. Yep.
Yeah.
Yep.
So, when you got yelled at by our good old captain here, who was like, okay, you need to pay for that because goddamn, that was a nightmare. Your glorious and honorable Argon. Because here's the thing is, I don't think there was even I didn't even hear about an ultimatum. This is actually the first time I'm hearing of an ultimatum, because I heard that Argon immediately went, oh, I'm sorry, I'll take the punishment, I'll take the lashes, and everyone was just kind of like, oh, okay, that works.
Yeah, because I remember I said two things. Sieg decided to, okay, do extra duty, he wasn't allowed to ride in the cart, he had to walk, that whole bit.
I rolled a 50-50. It was with lashes.
Good to know.
I'm sorry if that seems to harsh your punishment. I also tried to play it off that Argon wanted to be the bigger man about this, so tried to help redeem you there.
Yeah, that's good.
I can hear all of the cringe in his voice.
Alright, we all catched up.
I just realized this is gonna get weird. I'm sorry. Oh Lord. Keep going.
Do I need to up the rating?
No.
Good.
Not yet, depending on what he rolls.
Oh, okay.
We'll see what he does. Just keep going.
Uh-oh.
I've only got TV-14L. I don't have anything else.
Okay, so I'll discuss that if it gets to that. Keep going, you're good.
Alright, warning, this could get spicy.
Yeah. We'll see.
Right. Anyway, so after all that exclamation face with him, this is why you are lashed to the mast. Stonewall says, basically calling, can at this moment Stonewall call Tully over? Is he allowed to do that at this moment?
Yep.
Okay. So we'll say, Mr. Tully, if you would please, lay them on.
He just clanks over.
I'll take this in silent.
Okay, now, so Tully's about to give this punishment, correct?
Yep, apparently.
Okay, good. So, I need Amons and Argon to roll me a d12, please.
D12, that would be the, oh, the 12 dice. I mean,
Stonewall, I need you to roll me a d12 as well, please, if you would.
Okay.
is the 6-sided die, right?
No, it's a D12.
The one that looks like a miniature D20.
Miniature D20. 1 to 9. No, that's not it.
1 to
They don't have
9?
He picked up the D10. The one that is rounder, that is not the D20. The one covered in pentagons.
You know, the one with the max number of 12?
Nope.
Stenwell and Amons, I do need a D12 from you guys as well, please.
Okay, yeah, I forgot I got an 11.
11,
I got a 7.
okay.
I have a
Oh,
D12.
Jesus. That could have been bad. Amons, you got a 7?
Yep.
Thank you.
Actually, let me find.
Word. Okay, that could have been worse.
Let me actually use the online thing because I can't seem to find it.
Okay, your hands are tied.
1D, so roll 1D12.
Correct.
7.
Oh, you matched. Okay. Good news is this may not get spicy. Bad news is I don't know what's going to happen. So, as I guess Tully winds back up to deliver this punishment,
Yep.
this is instantaneous. Stonewall, in the back of your mind, you hear a familiar voice that has spoken to you before. And you
Okay.
just hear the word arrogant. That's all you hear. You don't feel compelled to do anything. You just hear the word. Amons and Argon, both of you hear in the back of your minds an instruction from a familiar voice that basically says, envious. And for the rest of the day, you guys are envious of everything. You are jealous. That is your mood for today.
Oh, good.
Hold up. Jealous that he's getting punished, or
Jealous of whatever. You are jealous.
okay?
That is your personality quirk for today.
Okay.
Okay. Please continue.
Right. So, as someone said, Mr. Tully, lay them on.
So this big clockwork golem butler walks up, and he has a appropriately sized for him, not for Argon, but for him, cat of nine tails. Here's the problem. An appropriately sized cat of nine tails for Tully is about twice the size of a normal one.
Oh no.
Even Glosson Ardwin kind of leans over and goes, I don't know where he got that. I didn't give that to him. Where'd he get that?
I think there's no Stonewall seeing the size of this. Stonewall would say, and I'm also saying this for any viewers out there, just someone basically said, if you have a weak constitution, I suggest you look away now.
Nice.
DM Senpai, what do I roll?
Argon, Lawson's gonna respect you, but he's gonna just politely look away. Out of respect for you, he's gonna look away.
Same.
Ardwin kind of looks over at the retreating Glosson, and then steps closer. Little bit of Ardwin's inner ass is showing. DM Senpai, what do I roll for Tully? I have his character sheet pulled up.
Well, I'm not sure. I think it might just be straight up damage because, well, you're not having to really aim.
That's true.
And of course, Stonewall, you did hear that voice like as soon as you gave the order to.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Okay, so let me see. So it's straight up damage. What damage do I roll for a cat of nine tails or a whip?
I will have that tailored to you and your peers.
Ladies and gentlemen, what die should I roll?
And how many times?
How many lashes are we giving him again?
Digitally? Like, I vote you roll a D9.
Well,
There's no such thing as a D9. You mean a D10?
No! I'm saying digitally. Like so.
Oh, that. Okay.
if you want to get technical, a whip does 1d4 damage, and considering a cat of nine tails has 9 whips, I would say 9d4.
Oh,
I mean, that also sounds like a fun idea.
I mean, we said we were going to give him, what, 40 lashes, so that's like...
Me, gets out all my dice!
Can we read that faster?
2 days later, stop, he's already dead!
Well, I mean, they would stop if the sailor passed out. They would continue with the next day, too. So, I mean, we're trying to do this in one shot.
It's Newt all over again.
This is up to you guys.
I'm still sorry for that, okay?
And I'm still bitter for that, okay?
The salt!
I'm sorry.
Alright, Chips.
I'm sorry!
Yeah, that's a couple of hours. Calm down.
Oh, that's gonna
To be fair,
One,
to be fair, I was
two,
not the one
three,
who pulled the
four,
lever, so.
5. 6, 7. Oh. Come on. 8. 9. Okay. Lucky you, I got out all the dice for my sadistic characters. Okay. Somebody get out a calculator so you can crunch the math. I have 9 D4s in a tray right now.
Calculator at the ready.
Whips out his watch. Just looks at the time.
Okay. Let's see what happens. I see lots of 3s and 4s. There's not a single one. There's not a 1 among it. Everything is 2 or higher. So that is a 2 plus 2 plus 3 plus 3 plus 3 3 4 4 4.
That is 28.
Wow.
Wait a minute! Does he get a bonus? He gets plus 4!
You got
32.
Okay, that's starting to get a little bullshit for it. That's a little bullshit. I think you're enjoying this a little too seriously.
Oh, you get healed. Just
Well, that's why we have a healer on board, so as soon as you get the first whipping, heal, and then you get another whipping, and then we heal you.
Roll quirk you have. Do what you want.
among the dice I used my bloody dice. I used Edgar's dice. I used Alex dice. I used Loki's dice, and I used Neuro's dice.
I didn't even go through.
And
You-
one very happy little rainbow die that happened to land on a nat 4.
I'm sorry, Argon, please.
Taste the rainbow.
Yeah?
I'm sorry, we kept interrupting you.
Wait, what are we doing?
Oh, I don't know. Are you doing anything?
Shut your hot. Wait, hold on. Let me try something. Hold on.
we whipped him, stupid!
Wait, Shut your
It could get worse.
I will be with you soon.
Why did he get Scottish?
You whipped him stupid.
Apparently, that's a. Apparently, that's a.
What is going on?
Nobody knows.
Wait, you whipped him into being Scottish.
Like you that one time.
I was trying to blow.
You whipped him into being Scottish.
So does that mean you whipped him into shape?
The attempt was made. I appreciate that.
Damn.
Okay. That's 32 points of damage.
Alright, can someone heal him real quick and then we can continue?
HP. He's fine. I was only like a third.
Yeah, he does have a lot of HP.
100 out of 40. Yeah, that out of what was it?
32 points of damage, dude.
Yeah.
At 100 out of 32.
That's gonna be. I believe that should be 68. You should be at 68, I believe. Does anybody care to check my math?
It's 68.
Okay, awesome. My mental math has not completely failed me.
Yep, that's still a D.
Nice.
I have some nice sea glass dice too that I should have used.
Fitting.
As this moment is happening, and I presume someone's trying to get this man off of the mast.
Yeah, after it's all over, Snow will basically give the orders. Alright. Cut him down. And take him below.
Pelly will see to him. The doctor will see to him.
Mm-hmm.
The doctor will see you
I'll
now.
take you down below deck and give you a standard health potion, and begin to patch you up.
That's good. At least.
At least you get a health pot.
Billy's treating you better than Ardwin would have. Ardwin would have just thrown some of the Kodum's ointment at you and been like, here, have fun.
Give him a hearty pat on the back.
It's better than, it's done. Someone would also say, make sure that never happens again, basically. He would kind of say as he's being carried down.
Kelly's going to turn to the captain and just kind of hold out the cat of nine tails, like, here, do you want this now?
Snow would basically, notion that, would allow him to keep it, saying we might, I don't know if we'll need it again, but it's a good thing to keep on hand just in case.
Kelly nods, turns, kind of shakes the last bits of flesh off it, and then stores it away.
Sanitize it in the salt water.
I'm sorry, this is so amusing to me.
The look on my face. If you could see it.
Excuse me, I was your DM last Thursday. You know I'm a sadist.
What happened last?
The moment is interrupted with a shout from the crow's nest as Lottie shouts down, Captain!
Yeah, Snow would look up and be, yes?
You see she's got a spyglass in her hand. She points pretty much north, almost northwest. Captain, we have a body! She just points.
Okay, at the words of that, at the words of that, Stonewall would immediately say, we'll give the order for everyone to be at their post. Those who are on deck, join me at the bow, to see. Can you see it? If they go to the bow, can they see, is it right in front of the ship?
It's out a ways, but you can see a speck in the water that is coming in your direction. But you can most likely see a column of birds that are just swarming around what you presume might be a dead body that is coming in your direction.
Okay. Again, Stonewall would call out for everyone to be at their post, for everyone to be at their post. Because we don't know what to expect, but it's always good to prepare.
Mm-hmm. You can hear the ever familiar cry of seagulls as they are just swarming, and one or two you see will land and pick something off, and as this figure slowly makes its way in your direction, it looks like if you keep your northward bearing straight, it'll run along the port side.
Okay.
So it's coming along. If you want to do anything or anything specific before it gets close enough to you, just let me know.
Just try to see if we can get a good read on what it is.
Yeah, that's...
As it gets closer, it literally looks like a person that's been draped over a barrel. You can tell it's a dead body, or it has been picked at plenty.
Oh, I see it now.
Okay. And it's dead?
You can always zoom out if you guys need it.
I see him.
It's... yeah, you can see there's like a gaping hole in this person's back from where the gulls have picked at it.
Okay,
Okay, I see.
You say what?
No, for a moment I couldn't see anything, so I see it now.
Remember, this is a large map, guys. Don't worry.
You say go? Reference? Anybody? No? Yay, Dick, who gets it?
Turn to basically my first mate and those officers that are still up on deck. To those also say, I take it we shouldn't bring this body aboard, or try to examine it as close as we can from the ship, or do you recommend we bring it aboard?
Do not bring it aboard right away. You don't know if it died of some kind of disease.
Yeah.
Exactly, that's why someone's like very cautious to act, and that's why he said what he said. He's like...
Also, don't forget that we are in a fantasy world. It could also be a zombie.
I suggest we just leave it then, if that's the best course of action.
I don't suggest that either.
I say we... Is there some way to, like... Not bring it aboard, but, like...
Oh, like catch it up in a net or something.
I have an idea.
Launch one of the lifeboats to go and grab it, and then examine it off the ship. Because here's my logic. There's a body on a barrel out in the middle of the ocean, especially in the Sea of Traitors.
Yeah.
We can figure out how they died. For all we know, they died from cannon fire, or shot, or illness, or whatever. This could give us a really good idea of what we're about to swim into, what we're about to sail into, since it came from literally directly in our path.
Yeah.
Send an away team.
Yeah.
You guys around and seeing the ship as well, not seeing that there's another figure that's kind of coming into their zone of contact.
Yeah, you're right. I agree with that. Launch a small boat, bring aboard the small boat, examine it there, so we don't put the crew in danger. Basically, turning to Ardo and Stonewall says, "All right, make it so."
All right. Anyone volunteering to go examine the body off the off ship?
Well, if I can make a suggestion, I think we should have someone proficient in medical or medicine, and then
I was already going.
Alright. And then someone who's proficient in combat, because I don't think it's a wise idea to just send one person in case it is like a zombie or something.
Right.
Edis, Argon, you are back to full health. You're fine. Ellie will come back up and right in queue of the medical.
I volunteer Argon. Redeem yourself.
At this, there's a shriek from up at the top deck as you see Lottie flail something fly off.
Oh, jeez. Oh, boy.
And would it be safe to say she has a bell up there? Does she have a bell?
Would make sense. Would make sense.
Okay, she'll immediately start ringing into panic and lean over the person. Captain! They're weird! They're weird! And she'll just shout down at you.
I couldn't even tell what you just shouted.
Yeah.
Just tell them they're weird. They're weird.
Okay. So we'll just look up and kind of nod and understand, like, you know, we're addressing the situation now.
Everybody roll me a perception check. I just need to know who has the highest. Okay.
That's what I did. Ooh.
I also rolled that 20.
Yay! Alrighty.
It was a lucky day.
18.
9.
Okay, so everybody is looking over at the body at this weird notion that something's weird, looking for a hidden answer or something. So I would imagine like a good majority of everyone is kind of clustered over to the side of the ship.
Mm-hmm.
Those who got a nat 20 see one of the seagulls that lands about one of the low rigs of the mast. I'm just going to put it right here on the ship so you guys can see it. Right here.
Mm-hmm.
No!
It lands on one of the lower masts, and you can see it looks very mangy. Or it's like it's half molting.
It's a zombird.
Very more weirdly, on the back of the bird, looks like some sort of arcane eye that has been sewn into this creature.
Oh, God.
Nice.
I'm gonna shoot it with an arrow.
Moving around.
Okay.
God, I think we're being watched.
Yes. Yeah, Stormy says, yeah, alright, okay. If you are concerned, go for it. Do what you have to do.
I heard a reaction of I want to shoot something.
Yep, I'm shooting the darn bird with an arrow.
Mm-hmm.
So let's see. Sorry. I lost my character sheet for a moment, so I'm just like, ooh. Okay. I rolled a 15 with a +5 to hit, so that's a 20.
Okay, that's a hit.
Do I still have to roll damage? Because what I'm trying to do is I'm trying to pin it to the mast so that we can, or pin it to something so we can look at it.
Yeah.
Are you trying to expressly kill it or just pin it?
Both. I'm saying pin it if I can't kill it.
You know what that? Yeah, you don't need to roll me damage. Are you just using like a standard arrow?
Yep, just a light crossbow.
Some of you have noticed that some of the seagulls do perch on the upper masts and whatnot, and now that you're looking, they all have this eye on them.
Nope. Can we nip this in the bud? Can I cast my
You let this arrow fly. 1 second. You let this arrow fly, and it strikes right through this bird. You hear the slightest little squawk that is cut short as you pin this thing full-heartedly, we'll say, to the front mast up here. It's also cut short for a moment. You there's a measly little voice that continues speaking as this bird now lies limp. Attention! You have entered restricted waters. You need to turn. Hold on. Turn around and head back the way. Bark. Isn't it? Back the way you came, or can't. I wrote this. You need to turn around, please. A voice that kind of echoes amongst all these birds.
Oh, he's turn around. He seems nice.
Arkwin's going to walk over to Argon and Gib slap him.
Yeah,
We're sarcastic.
basically,
Being sarcastic.
yeah. The captain allows such actions to occur.
Gib slap.
Yeah.
I'm gonna
You know-
check out this bird that I has been.
I assume everyone has gone quiet with the voice that has spoken.
Yeah.
Yeah, kind of unsettling and
Okay, I mean, the seagull itself is dead. There appears to be some form of a little smaller than a crystal ball, but like an arcane eye that has been fit under like a thinnest little mesh membrane that's been sewn onto this bird.
Ew.
As you approach, the eye does react, and it does see you specifically. The voice comes out again. Yes, you, madam, sir. Oh, jeez. You are entering restricted waters. Please turn back. Okay, no, turn back or face doom.
Restricted waters. Restricted by who exactly?
You speak to the bird, to this
Yep.
eye.
Uh-huh.
Oh, you see the eye dart around a little bit. You hear the voice slightly get muffled. They want to know who we're restricted by. Who are we restricted by? And then you hear a louder and obviously more confident voice muffle something, and you hear what can only be described as someone getting tossed aside. If it was actually like microphone, this is when the feedback would happen. Like someone grabs a mic. And you hear a completely separate voice. Well, hello there, young man.
Arkwin raises an eyebrow, a little curious about their tone.
Is this thing on? Can anyone hear me?
Yes, you're coming through loud and clear.
can more than one of us hear that?
Yeah, everyone can hear this. It kind of echoes amongst all the birds.
Okay.
Yeah, no problem.
Just making
I
sure.
would like to bring it to your notice that you have entered the Sea of Traitors. You are on my turf. The rudder will not allow newcomers without some form of a toll.
What kind of toll are we speaking of here?
What do you have to offer, sir?
Hang on, Arkwin's gonna pull a really dick move. Arkwin's gonna turn around, he's gonna look around, he's gonna say, "Oh, we have a clown dressed as a knight, you want that?" He points up for an Argon.
Yeah.
Very tempting, but I have plenty of clowns myself. You see the eye look around a little bit? Although I seem a little more interested in your vessel.
I'm afraid the vessel's not technically ours, so it's not exactly up for sale.
That is quite the shame. You may have to tell your previous owners of said vessel that they will need a new one. I've got my eye on it.
I've noticed you have several. Arduin points to all of the birds. Sassy this morning.
Yes, the rudder does have eyes everywhere in the Sea of Traitors. Keeps best for good finds like yourself. Do we have any issues with me taking this little hunk of junk off your hands?
Yes.
Well, yes, I'm afraid. I'm afraid that it is not ours to give, therefore it is not yours to take.
Oh, I'm sorry you feel that way. I'll send some associates by to persuade you otherwise.
So be it then.
At this point, the body has kind of drifted a little bit past the ship. You see some of the seagulls are trying to stick to that.
Alright, everybody grab your asses. Sounds like we're about ready for a fight.
Right. After hearing that, is the voice gone by this point?
I mean, the eye is still pinned to the mast, so you believe it's still like a fully functional two-way microphone, so to speak. But the body's starting to float out of your reach, unless you were to get in a rowboat or whatever.
Well, I guess the voice would explain the body in a way.
Yeah.
Someone who wasn't willing to trade.
It does make sense. That's why I was thinking, the main thing that I was thinking of is pirates. We need to know if there are pirates.
Or pirates.
Is any of this out loud, by the way?
No.
Yeah. Immediately after hearing the voice, I'll say, right, everyone to battle stations, run out the guns.
Ooh! You hear the voice come through. Guns! Ooh, that excites me enormously. What kind of guns? See the eye look around.
Oh, it's, what, oh.
I'm sorry?
Yeah. Oh, can you repeat that, please? I didn't hear that. I was being asked a question.
No, it's okay. I will look around and say, guns, that excites me enormously. What kind of guns? You'll see it look around and just finally notice a couple of the cannons that are on the top deck.
You know, I don't know why my Discord stops working. Can I please fry the bird?
Yeah, I'm sorry.
It's a threat.
Yeah. We gotta do something about the bird and give it that microphone, or do something to it where it can't see the actions going up on deck.
I call Sprocket up here.
Fourth Paul! Fourth Paul's a hawk!
Shush, kitty.
Yeah. Grab it. No, I don't...
I have plushy Fourth Paul sitting on my tummy.
I heard it.
Right. Yeah, get that thing away. It's like, nope. Like a whole lot, nope. We don't need to see people, watching them run out of guns and that whole thing. No, we don't need that. Especially knowing what type of caliber of, weapons we have. But, yeah. Someone's making sure all the guns are running. Everyone who's supposed to be stationed on the gun deck, everyone in their proper posts. Because he feels things are about to go down. Because that sounded like a threat.
Burning hands.
You're gonna use burning hands on a ship?
I'm gonna use burning hands on the bird.
The one in my hand?
Yes.
If it's still, if the arrow came out with the bird, you could just hold it out and like almost like spit roast it, sort of do a spit roast sort of thing. Even though
That's what I'm gonna do.
yeah,
Why do I think
it's like
that's
just holding it and let it happen.
I'm gonna freaking take a reaction to do that.
Actually, there should be pikes or something on the deck. You could also use one of those if you're worried about that too. I'm pretty sure there are boarding pikes as well, just in case to repel enemy invaders, which it looks like there would be.
Well, either way, like, Candela went and did it without exactly telling me, so I'm just gonna say Ardwin suddenly hits the deck and holds the bird up as it gets freaking spit roasted over
I
it.
was gonna say, I'm like, I need you guys to collaborate. What's happening? Everyone's told me 10 different things, but no one's decided officially.
Yeah.
Ardwin's gonna hit the deck while the bird gets spit roasted right over his head. Using it to stand up. Look at the brand new fried pigeon that he has on his on the arrow, and he's gonna turn and just kind of glare at Candela like, you know, a little bit of warning is appreciated.
All right, so you
underestimate me in the element of surprise.
All right, so you royally fry this mangy creature. The eye still active on its back.
Somehow.
It's an arcane eye. It's like made of crystal. It's not flesh. Okay, I can see that we're going to have an interesting conversation here.
No doubt. No doubt.
Clancy, they're trying to get rid of my scout. Send out some pokers. Here's some noise in the background. Yes, send them all! You hear exacerbated noises in the back. Candela, I will look specifically at you. I haven't seen one of your kind in quite a while.
Oh, do tell.
You some kind of smoke man?
To be frank, I don't know how to respond to that.
Ardwin's gonna respond for you. Actually, it's Smoke Woman.
You see the eye look up and down? Huh. You'll have to forgive me. I can't tell these days.
You can't tell these days.
Ardwin's gonna be a sassy little piece of crap again. He's gonna hold the eye up and say, "Oh, sounds like your little arcane eyes need cataract surgery then."
You get by with what you can. That's true. There's a weird relaxiveness of this interesting figure who's speaking to you guys.
Okay.
Interesting.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, very interesting.
Ardwin's gonna command Fourth Paul to go and hunt down the rest of these birds and just grab them and drop them on deck so that we can get them.
Is anyone else?
Okay.
That's not a good idea, because then we'll have all these eyes seeing exactly what we're doing.
Not if you pluck them out first.
The eye is in your hand. It's still working.
Oh, I have the actual glass eye in my hand?
You said you were holding it.
Oh, I thought I was holding the dead bird with the eye still in it.
Or that works too. It's still working.
The eye is magic. The bird is dead.
It's an arcane eye. You're positive this thing will work on its own unless you break it or disable it.
Okay, cool. I take out a small satchel and stick the eye in a bag.
That works. Yeah, put him in a bag. Grab it and put him in a bag.
Or you could dispel magic.
Yeah,
I don't know how to waste a spell just yet.
I think we should probably involve magic though, because they could probably scurry these eyes, or use their magic to find out where exactly their own magic is and know our exact position.
Okay, just I guess I'll use Dispel Magic. Let me figure out what slot it is.
I don't waste a spell slot for Dispel Magic. I can't Dispel Magic like a free action, especially when you're not in combat.
Oh, okay. Awesome. Alright then,
Yeah.
Dispel Magic.
Let's just make sure we have them all first before dispelling the magic.
Yep. I'm assuming Fourth Paul will go around and just nab them all and start dropping them into a bag that Ardwin's holding up.
Okay, so you're gonna wait till you get as many as you can before you dispel anything?
That's what I'm assuming. That's what I was.
Okay.
That's what was suggested.
One by one, you just start getting the eyes back, not the seagulls.
Yeah.
You can tell Fourth Paul's ripping them out. After you get about the third one, they all start looking in the same direction at the opening of the bag. As Fourth Paul's just thinking these back, go ahead, take as many as you'd like. I've got thousands.
Yep, that's what I thought.
Mm-hmm.
So you literally you're gonna get 35 of these suckers.
Holy! It's a bag of 35 arcane eyeballs.
Mm-hmm.
Some people have a jar of dirt, some people have a bag of eyes.
That's true.
So we gonna sit here and play peekaboo all day?
Pardon me, I am writing things down. There we go. Alright, I'm just gonna assume that everybody's going to battle stations to get ready. Because there's not much we can do about this.
Yeah, that's what I ordered. I ordered all the guns run out, everyone in the action stations, those who are, you know, infantry up in the rigging, you know, because each will have what's called a fighting top. Everyone's in position. I'm going. Basically, the captain, sailing master, first mate, they're on basically where you see the
Oh, you're cutting in and out. Robot, robot. Buy it, use it, break it, fix it.
Ooh.
That's weird.
Buy it, use it, break it, fix it.
Oh, do you
Technologic.
log in here?
It sounds like you're fine now. You just had a huge error moment.
Yeah, okay. Basically, so where I'm standing, where we were before, that's the post where first mate and sailing master, those officers who are in charge of directing the ship, usually meet, or usually are posted. If that doesn't give it an order to go onto the gun deck or whatever. So that's our battle station.
Okay. Ardwin, is it safe to assume you're dispelling these eyes?
Yep.
Okay, so you do this and the eyes go dark.
Alright, I'll cinch the bag shut and tuck that away.
It is a tense few moments before you guys can see something off to the starboard side that looks like a small island being pulled by turtles.
How far away is it?
Yeah.
It's in the near distance. It's coming in. It's coming in your direction, so it's moving at a good little pace. It's not fast.
Okay. Alright.
What's the weather like?
Right now it's clear skies, well, cloudy, but it's nice weather.
Okay, is there a wind blowing?
Oh yeah, it's in your favor, certainly.
Okay. Okay, so basically order would say basically would turn to Ardwin and say, we should come up into the wind on our starboard side, and we will have them under the guns on the starboard side. Do you agree?
Makes sense, I do agree. The only problem is that we're gonna need those oafs out of the way. Points down to the rowboat.
Yeah, Stonewall, Stone Sea. let's say.
If you guys want to just kick up into high gear, you can get up past them.
Yeah, we probably would be sailing past them, and as we pass them, Stonewall would just kind of say, I suggest you stay out of the way for a bit. Things might get a little bit noisy.
Can I also just...
They file down in your wake. It's fine. Go ahead.
Can I also just mention how impressive it is that they've actually managed to keep up with a sailing vessel?
Yeah. Yeah.
That's strange, yeah.
That is impressive. Because I thought they were going to be way back.
There's 2 kobolds on each oar.
You know what, we send it to rest.
Stonewall turns out and saying, I don't think we want any unnecessary casualties, do we?
No, but define unnecessary.
Jesus.
Armin's inner jerk is coming out.
So I was like, good point. Good point.
Alright, so people start getting in order. All the NPCs load up, and you guys are getting ready for something like a barrage for your starboard side, a broadside, if you will. As this little island kind of floats a little bit closer, and you can see a couple of trees, a shanty. There's a bunch of piles of trash and refuse. There's one man on it who finally notices this big ass ship. This man in rags, he spins around, ah! And just waves at you guys.
Oh boy. Is he still a distance off, or is he much closer?
He's getting closer. At this point, it's kind of, as you guys have prepped, he's kind of gotten, like, spanned this distance.
Okay.
Honey, is this who I think it is?
I don't know. I don't know who you think it is. It could be.
From that movie we watched, is this what I'm thinking it is?
It's Tom Hanks!
No.
Oh, jeez.
It's the coconut!
I'm not going that route.
Wilson!
Particular guy.
Yeah, no. I think you might be pleased with who this is, but I'm not going that route.
Okay, thank you. Just wanted to clarify.
Yeah, no. No.
Okay.
Oh, there! You see this little man try and flag you guys down.
Okay. Stonewall walks up to the ratings, and basically says, call out who goes there, who are you, that's sort of responding to his call.
I don't remember, but the locals call me Reggie Rancid.
Right.
Locals. Armin just kind of turns to you all and is like, he's alone on a garbage chute.
Did you guys catch that?
Reggie Rancid?
His name!
Is that a reference to cat dog?
No, Reggie Rancid, guys. Think about the name and how it sounds. Robbie Rotten. Reggie Rancid.
Oh, that's beautiful.
Oh, the dedication helps. Oh my god. A moment of silence for Robbie Rotten.
Yeah.
Meme Lord Extraordinaire. He was a sweet person, too.
Mm-hmm.
Who goes there? You see this man in rags, just questioning this large vessel as it kind of comes close to starboard side.
So I'm basically calling out saying, this is the Midnight Star, we're headed out of, we're headed,
You're
headed
from
north
the
of
mainland?
Still all the way around, just simply answering. Oh, can you repeat that for a second? I didn't quite hear it.
Yes, if you were from the mainland.
Oh, so I would say, yeah, we are.
I wouldn't advise going. He points east, then corrects himself to north. You gotta face the rudder. He doesn't like newbies. I try and stick to the shadows.
Someone would nod and say, "Thank you for your information, good sir." We have business up north. Do you have any other information that could help us at this moment?
Look around. Look around. Yeah, you got pokers and boxes, scouts. Oh, and then stay away from Big Bertha.
I like that name.
So your advice is acknowledged, sir. It is acknowledged.
You guys want to trade? You got anything? I got Gefuffins. Oh, he starts like rummaging through trash. Doodads. I got shiny bits. He holds up just like broken bits of who knows what.
Is there anything of value on his little card?
There's a lot of interesting stuff, but nothing that looks like expensive and nothing that looks in good shape.
I think as he gets closer, he's not scared of like the menacing artillery.
We've got all of our cannons up.
Cannons on this, like just shouting out.
Actually, Stonewall, since you brought that up, roll me an insight. Just roll me an insight.
Alright. I got 8.
Okay, it doesn't take much. This man's been out in the sun too long. You don't know if he's noticed or if he doesn't care.
Oh, gee, okay. So he doesn't seem the imminent danger that's just like pointing in his direction.
You're not sure.
I'm trying at this one, so I was about to like give the order to like reduce this to like nothingness, and he was inspired to see exactly what he's doing.
Please let's not actually sink him. He seems harmless enough and he's giving us all the information.
He amuses me.
Just know how to, we just need to know how to deal with what's coming.
Yeah, exactly. So
What's coming?
The rudder, pokers, boxes, Big Bertha.
Let's stay away from Big Bertha.
Okay, what are
is
they?
Big Bertha?
Any other?
Pokers are, like, he mimics, like, as if, on a carriage. They, on the big fish, I think, the boxes are, he mimics like a square. Like big with spiky bits.
Boxes!
They have the shooties. He points like we think referencing to your cannons. They have the shooties.
You mean cannon?
Right. What did I say?
You said shooties.
You said shooties. Something else.
They got those.
Okay. Do you know how big? Do you know how big? Do you know how many?
A lot.
I don't think he knew.
So like, okay.
Can
So
you show on your fingers how many?
Yeah. How many? Count on your hands.
He calculates in his head. More than this. He holds up both hands.
Okay.
Okay, officially.
Do you guys have any food?
Depends. Do you have food?
I'm sorry, what was that? I didn't catch that.
Depends. Do you have food?
He looks around. No.
Everyone's gonna kind of turn to the captain like, oh, he helped us. The least we can do is
Yeah,
feed him at
Stonewall
least
says,
once.
I agree, yeah.
You guys want shiny things? I got shiny bits.
Says,
No, we're good.
Stonewall James, the orderman says, order a couple, have a tin or two of biscuits brought up and a good sizable chunk of, I think we would have salt pork or something like that.
Oh yeah, you guys are stopped.
Some sort of meat. I just say, give him a good chunk of that. He seemed to give us more information. So I say we return the kindness and give him some food.
Should that meat? If I might interject, who's in charge of the food supplies again?
See, he's the quartermaster. He's basically
I'm
in
just
charge of
wondering,
everything.
I'm just wondering whose task is going to be to give the guy the food.
Well, he would have to go into the store. I would go into this hold and bring it up. It doesn't really matter who gives it to him. We could always send like a boat after him so it doesn't land in the ocean.
That's a good idea.
You know, do something like that and haul in the boat quickly, but making sure, you know, our kindness doesn't, you know, the food doesn't sink.
I volunteer.
All issues,
I volunteer to give it to him.
Alright. Fine, that works. Looking for volunteers, smells like fun. Go ahead. Make it happen.
And take Steve with me.
Arguin kind of elbows the cap and just kind of leans in like, hey, with any luck, they'll sink.
Okay, so they're going out on a rowboat to meet this guy?
Yes, we are.
Ready, Cap? Oh.
I got you, fan.
So good. Hey,
He's just holding this rowboat up.
Alright, quartermaster.
Lord have mercy. Here we go. My Roll20 collapsed.
Oops.
Oops.
Jump like in there, please.
Would this be a good moment to take a quick break?
Absolutely.
Probably.
Do note that we have a little less than 1 hour left.
Yeah. We'll be at a good stopping point when we come back because I can... I know where this is going to stop. It'll stop earlier than I expected, but it'll be at a good point.
Not a problem.
Alright.
Alrighty. Wonderful. Quick break.
Yeah.
Quick break to relax and reflect and try and figure out why Arguin's so dickish today.
We are still streaming, but we're on an intermission screen, so just be cautious what you say if you don't want it to be public.
Okay, awesome.
Okay.
I forgot he was gonna make that reference.
I got the reference. I was just sharing stuff. I can't.
Yeah, like a break any actions. I need to restart my computer.
We're taking a break just for you, man. Go
Yeah.
ahead and
Yeah.
meanwhile, I'm gonna go make breakfast, but I will still have my headset on.
I'm sorry, guys. It's really hard to run technical stuff and play at the same time.
It's okay.
Yeah.
No pressure.
No, that's fine. That's fine. The position you chose is a good one because you don't have to be
Too active.
Yeah, it's not until the enemy starts, you know,
Showing up.
comes up on deck, then it's gotta be like, okay. Mainly you're down in below decks. If anything, you're on the gun deck. If not, your quarters.
How do you guys think so far?
It's good. It's very, very good.
Mm-hmm. Man, Argon is getting every short end of the stick today.
Thoughts, theories, concerns for what's to come and what just happened with the birds, etc., etc.?
Yeah, the whole forward thing kind of, I'm guessing this is the head, the person in charge. Like, who's in charge, the top, I don't want to say pirate, but like the pirate everyone has to listen to.
That's valid.
That's the head guy, you know, the leader of this, who says he's in charge and he uses force to control, you know, he sends out all these raiding parties to stop people from entering his territory. So, slightly concerned, but you know, hey, I'm enjoying this.
Good.
I'm sitting here just like, considering the film we watched together, oh boy.
Yeah, I showed her Waterworld.
I love Waterworld.
Okay. Nice. Okay.
Yeah.
So, Reggie Rancid.
It's a great reference. Like I was saying earlier, I'm sorry that I couldn't react. I'm trying to work technical stuff too.
Meanwhile, I'm over here.
I literally know only memes.
I'm glad you guys are wanting to go over. That'll give some more into him than I thought you guys were going to skip past, so that's good.
Yeah.
The funny thing is, I think at one point I was trying to figure out how skills work, or at least how my skills work.
You mean your officer job?
No,
Oh.
because I don't know if you guys remember this, but Gene had a little D&D session at Otakon, and I decided I want to try out the my skill set and see how that worked. It worked really freaking well, actually. But only at only the best times where I think are really good before I have to rest.
Considering that you took forever and a day to beat a mimic.
Yeah, that took forever to beat that mimic. It was like, come on, it's a mimic. It doesn't need to be taking this long.
That's because I was the one who got caught, and by the time we actually got loose from him, using the skills was definitely handy. Hello?
Yeah, I got you. I'm hearing.
I'm here. Just making breakfast.
Let's say everyone's got silent.
That's what's I'm kind of just waiting for Seed to get back. I'm ready to go. This is fun.
Mm-hmm. This is...
His thing crashed.
He's working on it.
Yeah, he's restarting his computer.
Yeah.
Oh boy. That sounds like fun.
Oh no, I just realized who's going over to see this man. Oh lord.
Oh no.
Rip. Story be damned.
Oh no.
Hey, he seems like a generous, kind fellow. I'm sure we're extending a very generous hand for someone who seems down on his luck.
And possibly even stupid.
Accompanied by sea turtles?
Yes, it looks like there's some sort of landmass encompassed on like a giant metal bowl that's being pulled by turtles.
Aye, sea turtles.
I'm honestly surprised Amon hasn't jumped overboard.
Oh yeah. Yeah.
I'm surprised no one knew about the sea turtles.
That was my first thought when I heard sea turtles. It's just...
Yeah, where Will Punter was...
Lord, we have to permanently tie Amons to the ship.
Or like how Will Turner was saved by sea turtles.
Ah, okay.
Off screen.
Lashed together a couple of sea turtles and managed to get off the island. I didn't get off the island. A trade ship came over to get all the rum that I drank.
Those movies are something else.
Alright. At this rate, we're going to hit our first encounter before we stop for the day. I can't guarantee we're going to finish it.
Okay.
That moment when you need to bring up on the notes.
Until you said that it was pretty much just a crazy guy on this trash raft, I was gonna have Amons use plant growth to tie him down and immobilize the little island to take everything off it.
Oh.
Okay. Amons is a kleptomaniac.
Yes.
Did I just hear everything right?
Well, that depends. Did you hear that Amons was going to tie down the raft and confiscate everything?
Yes.
Then yes, you heard everything right.
We're just
Y'all are
stealing
nuts and I
all
love
my
you.
stuff.
I see we're still waiting for Sheik to get back in. Are we waiting on anybody else?
I'm still making breakfast, but at the same time, I still have my headset, so I'm technically ready to go whenever.
Robot roll call?
Sorry, there's no robots here.
Yeah.
What is there, beep boop?
Riot, use it before I can fix it.
I am human.
Gene, are you here?
Yeah, I'm here.
Okay, no Stonewall's here. Lawson, are you good?
Yes.
And is Amons good? We can continue, because it's just going to be Sieg and Argon for a minute.
I'm good.
I just noticed that the Speak's title card is popping out.
Wait, what?
Look at the Sieg's title card at the bottom of the page. It's the one that's a little more forward than anyone else. They're bugging me.
Alright, so I'm good to continue, and let's see these two dunderheads get in a rowboat.
Totally can put them down if you need help.
Just want to drop them down.
Hey, can I imagine we got the stuff?
It's glitched out. Oh. Stupid PDFs.
Alright.
No more glitching.
Okay, guys, take it away.
Alright. Very cold, Master. Got the stuff, supplies, food ready?
Mm-hmm.
Alright. Once we get us out, let's put this near D.
Lovely.
Alright, that should be everything. And can we carry it onto the boat, or do we use our imagination for the food?
Yeah, you've got it out like in your inventory. You guys have it. It's okay.
Yeah.
Alright. Alright. Let's hop on.
I can't straighten up. There we go. That's straight up.
Alright.
Okay, so you guys board a rowboat, and
Alright, lower us down.
I need to know who rows and where do you try to row to? Are you trying to like crash into this guy? What's the deal?
We're gonna row to him, then we're gonna swerve a little sideways so we can get off on the side.
Okay, so you roll up alongside it.
Yeah, basically they're coming up alongside the island.
Now, are you guys going to be serious about this, or do I actually need you guys to roll to see if you can row a rowboat?
We can row, Robo.
We can totally do this. This is not that hard. Yeah, we have, in fact.
I'll give you the benefit of the doubt.
I can just see them rowing. Oh look, they've ditched the boat.
Alright, so you guys will pull up close enough. I'll be a little bit further down. To the side of this island that's kind of encompassed by sheet metal, in a way.
Okay.
And there's just this man in rags. He's been out in the sun. He's lived in squabble. Just comes over to see you guys. Hey, hi there!
Yeah, hi there! We got some fresh food. We got some food for ya. Offerings for the Midnight Star.
Oh, cool. Amazing, wonderful. What do I owe you?
You owe us nothing. You owe us nothing, good sir. This is good.
No. I gotta trade. Nothing's for free. Starts rummaging through piles of just refuse and garbage.
Just let him.
How about shiny things? He looks over at you two. You guys like shiny things? I like shiny things. He holds up like a.
I do like a bit of shiny things.
He holds up a piece of glass, tosses that to the side, picks up a reflective piece of metal, tosses that over somewhere. He picks up what looks like an entire jar full of platinum pieces. Shake, and he tosses it behind him. It shatters. They start going everywhere. He pulls what looks like a dirty old medallion, a golden medal or medallion, or maybe a pendant. It's got something on it. He slicks the garbage off, looks at it. It's a little covered in gold. It's not shiny gold! Holds it up like, yeah, this will work.
What do you think?
Alright, we can take that.
He scrambles over to the side and offers it for you.
Sure, fine. Okay, sure, fine.
I mentioned to Seek, so okay, Seek, Green and Bear, Dennis.
Yeah, I'm gonna hand you stuff, Far Gone. I'm gonna hand you stuff.
It's my last bit of gold. Everyone likes the gold stuffs. He offers for you.
Alright. I'm gonna hand you the food, and you hand me the gold bit.
He chucks it and it just lands lazily in your rowboat.
Okay.
Here you go.
Heave!
Oh Lord, now that you said heave, I want to make you roll a strength check.
Yeah, I'm just getting character right now. Yeah, I'm just getting character right now.
It's fine, yes. Throw in a bundle of food. Just roll me a strength, please.
If you fail this, Arwin will never forgive you.
I don't forget anything. I don't forgive anything after. Yeah, everything after this.
Did we have that for
15.
Oh god.
15?
Yeah.
Okay, good. So, you check this little bundle up at the man. He's like point blank, he himself almost axes it haphazardly, but a couple of loaves do fall out like around his feet. Oh, thank you! This man's overjoyed. He starts biting into the cloth itself.
Dear Lord.
I'm like, okay.
He quickly scrambles up a few bits of bread, and much like a wild animal with food, kind of runs back into his little hovel and sits in the doorway eating bread.
Maybe that wasn't so harmless. Maybe that wasn't so bad.
Yeah, let's roll on, doggone.
Alright. I think we're done with our trade.
Mm-hmm.
Again, let's row back to ship, grinning and bearing it. Go to Mazda.
Right. Takes a little bit more to go back upstream. Or back up, but you do manage to catch back up, no problem. Alrighty, those on board only saw this man chuck something golden in the rowboat.
I wonder. Yeah. Pretty nice of the guy.
Let's just move our. We'll just straight move our tokens.
It's still there.
Can I take in my inventory?
Yeah, you pick up a dingy. It looks like actually a medal, a golden medal with a piece of ribbon that's really filthy. It's a little tarnished, but it is a golden medallion, and it has writing on it.
If it was dirty, can I clean it?
Yeah. So yeah, I assume you guys board back up the ship and the robot stored back proper?
Feel like a nice guy. Nice fella.
Yeah, nice dude.
Is anyone interested
Not quite
in
all there, but nice.
seeing what this medallion says? It says now that Argon's got a piece of gold.
I actually, see,
I was gonna say, is anyone crowding him or anything?
I'm like, Zeke says, Argon, hey, if it says something, what does it say?
What did it say?
So you take a small piece of cloth and you buff it as best you can, and you can read, it's like an ID. It says Reginald Rigger, Icket Emissary.
Emissary.
Ooh, neat.
That's a pretty darn hot status. Actually, wait a minute.
Hey?
Can we look back? Wait, is he gone already?
He's floating out of the distance. I mean, you could probably catch up to him, but he's kind of floating out of away from you guys, naturally.
Oh boy. Argon, go catch him or something.
Do you think that was his original name?
That's what I think.
Well, fate would have it at one point. I think we'll see him again. As
Hey.
Argon as pockets the gold medal.
Am I the only person whose mind immediately went to Glosson and the little ghost child?
Yeah. Same here. My mind went there too.
Emissary from Icket.
Why would they be up in the Sea of Traitors this far out?
Mm-hmm.
Who knows?
Not only that, wasn't there a big white ship that was sailing for Icket at one point?
Yes,
Yeah.
through the Sea of Aphon.
Yeah.
Well, through the
Yeah.
Metro Sea of Dragons. This man's obviously lost his mind. He's been out in the sun too long.
He's probably the only one at this point. But hey, let's get him a lead.
Not our issue, technically.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
But hey, at least we know he's friend. At least we know he's friendly.
Mm-hmm.
And that's all that matters. Your gentle soul. A gentle, damaged soul.
Well put.
Meanwhile, speaking of gentle, damaged souls,
Yeah.
how are you guys doing?
Yeah.
I had to.
Ice cold. Anyways, that was easy.
I am not unwell.
Oh. But, we still need to keep at arms because there's still stuff coming, and if...
Basically when we get back up after this, you have to get back to your posts.
Yep.
Because the ship is,
possibly about to come under fire.
yeah,
Bitch.
Oh dear.
Right? Black screen of death.
Oh no.
There we go.
Well, it's the alarm again for another body that starts coming in the distance.
I'm gonna say, ooh, the horns are back now.
What's the weather
So,
currently?
The weather is still nice and partly cloudy.
So, like Maryland today.
Okay.
It took me a second, but I think I know why you're asking that question. I won't phrase it out loud, but I think I know why you're asking that question.
I encourage communication.
Alright, we got another body.
It takes not but a moment, but you see some of the same type of birds as before with these weird eyes sewn into them flying over the ship and just circle around and headed right back.
Same guy, or is this a different person?
It looks like a different body, but it's the same mechanism.
Darn crows. Almost
You see
like
some
there
of
was
the seagulls pass the body and just head straight north.
Almost looked like it was a murder.
Well, considering that we just got threatened and our ship pretty much threatened to be stolen, and they're talking about cannons and crud, I think it's a safe bet to call it a murder.
Yep. So unless you guys want to do anything specific, this body's going to float by the boat, no problem.
Can we do an inspection to see if there's anything different?
I'm sorry, what?
Can you do an inspection? Can I do a inspection or observation check to see if there's anything different?
Oh, I mean, yeah, just roll me a standard perception check. The body's going to just float by the boat, the birds. The few that have seen you and are doing whatever they're doing have gone off north. The rest of them are just circling the body.
Why don't you go check it out? Gets thrown overboard.
Just roll me a perception. That's all I need.
Alright. Alright. What?
It's a dead body? You think? It's missing a head. It might be dead.
You're not a doctor.
I'm dead. I'm going back.
Alrighty. So,
Well,
I will need... I assume everyone's kind of on the lookout as well, not just Lonnie?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. I want everyone to roll me a perception, please. See how early we can catch this.
10.
13.
19.
15.
With modifier, 24.
Oh yeah, I've got my modifier doing it.
Okay, I'm sorry. Sorry for the interruption, but a small thing. But the modifier, you're talking about like initiative, right?
No, for perception.
Oh, like proficiency
on your
bonus.
character sheet.
Oh, it's not proficiency bonus or initiative.
No, it's
No.
under skills.
Yes.
Argon, are you telling me that this entire time that we've been playing for months now, you've never been using your skill bonuses?
Have 11.
I just want to recheck. Just want to recheck something.
Okay, because you just scared the hell out of me.
I have a 24, by the way, with adding with skill bonuses and yada yada.
Alright, so you two in particular, as well as Lottie, catch it at the same time as you're looking off straight north in the distance. You can see a disturbance on the horizon. And you can see what looks like... You first see, like, the wake of something moving through the water, but you see it doesn't look like there's a size to it. It looks relatively small, but you can tell there's probably 4 or 5, maybe a little more of these things approaching in your direction, you presume.
Okay.
Interesting.
Right, so who's voicing what?
Alright, so at this point, Lottie will start ringing the bell and do that classic thing for the movie, Battle Stations!
So, obviously hearing that and someone being the captain hearing that being like, knowing that they're coming at us and needs to know what direction they're coming at us from.
Lottie will port straight north. And you just see her intently staring through her spyglass as she's trying to make it out. Captain, we have, you see her take the spyglass off, shake it, and look at it weirdly, look back through it. Captain? I don't... she takes the... she looks at it really weirdly again. Looks like the spyglass. You're not gonna believe me!
What are we facing? Walls in front of us.
No walls!
Called it.
Oh boy. Okay. Wait.
Cause I got promotion, cause I got so awesome.
Oh no, I'll explain afterwards what my mind just went to and... Yeah, okay, yeah. Alright,
I've got
Right.
animal friendship.
So it's, how am I going to phrase it? I'm trying to, so someone would ask, do they, like, at what speed are they heading? Are they heading, like at a fast pace towards us? He would ask. He would voicely saying, like, how fast does it look like they have malicious intent?
Oh, they're hauling ass, Captain.
All right. Immediately,
Hauling tail.
all right. Immediately, seeing the Stonewall Warrior again, the ship. The helmsman turned him. Helmsman, bring us hard to starboard. I want our starboard guns pointed towards them.
Oh, snap. Alrighty.
I want them to come under our guns.
Let's go, boys.
Clearly, these are the pokers.
Yeah. We're coming under
Oh,
our
I didn't
guns.
expect this is early. I am thrilled. Let's see how this works. Creek. Oh, damn it. Come on. Come on.
Also,
Are we about to broadside narwhals?
Yeah.
yeah, apparently so.
So you guys maneuver the ship. Oh, I love it.
Yeah.
Alright, move your tokens accordingly. I can't keep everyone on the same layer.
Where was I at before? Crap. Forgot.
So, like, I haven't been able to move them wands at all the entire time.
Oh, I'm sorry. Please tell me that. I thought I had everyone. Jeebus, come on now.
Sorry, I left a little guy on the,
Go for it.
on the garbage thingamajig. And I was like, okay, guess it's just that kind of day.
Yeah, if anyone can't move, let me know.
Are there narwhal tokens?
Well, that's my bad news for you guys.
Oh,
Not specifically. I was sad.
Is there narwhals?
Well,
are there regular whales?
yes, but I didn't want to do that. I have a good enough stand-in. You guys can see it's still out in the distance, but you guys can see it good enough now that it looks like there are 4 narwhals with riders.
Narwhal
And
riders.
behind them, a 5th narwhal with some sort of rigging and possibly a cannon.
Sharks with freaking laser beams?
Close enough.
In there. Darker than the laser beams.
Alright.
Okay, in my mind, I'm screaming at this moment because, yeah, and I'll explain afterwards why in my mind I'm screaming at the moment, but we'll just. Anyway.
It's so good.
We're still.
They are barreling in your direction.
Okay.
Now, first, I want you guys to roll me initiative.
Alright, 10.
15.
And 18 plus 3 initiative.
11 for me.
10.
13.
21. That's 31.
One sec. Ardwin had what? 11?
11.
Nero? I need Deora. I need Stonewall.
18, but with my plus, do we add bonuses if we have during
You have an initiative bonus, absolutely.
Oh, then that would be 24 then, because it's plus 4.
Damn. I need Deora's initiative and Amon's.
He said 10, and mine's 13.
Oh, she said 10, okay.
It's in the,
Sorry, I don't have chat up. I apologize. Ready? Oh, well, good news for you guys. Alrighty, Stenwall, you technically have first initiative. Now, enemies inbound. Guys, here's how this works. You have the Midnight Star. It has an AC, a natural AC of 17. It has a health of 600. There's over 20 plus crew to help man cannons or do as you please. You have a steel hull, which is an additional 300 hit points. The ship is divided up into segments. There are 4 segments. There's one segment between the bow and the first mast. Section 2 is the first mast and the main mast. 3 is the main mast to the quarterdeck. And 4 is the quarterdeck to the aft.
Okay.
Each of those sections have their individual hit points. So it's not encompassing, it's per segment. But if if a segment gets down, leaking and problems will ensue and cause problems for everything, naturally. You guys have your turns just like in any game. I have the ship taken care of on the captain's turn. There will be 4 cannons fired on the ship's turn if cannon fire is a thing. On each of your individual turns, if you don't have anything you immediately would like to do, you can spend one of your actions adding an additional cannon shot.
Okay. Nice.
All right. Stonewall.
Yeah. So we're looking down to
barrage of narwhals heading in your direction. You have first initiative. Captain, what's the call?
immediately start looking, seeing that obviously the Sith God orders the guns to be fired. Basically through a window saying, you know, basically turns them, give the order, open fire on them.
Don't mind me, I'm going to move the ship for token placement. Go ahead, guys. Lights out for me for just a second.
That works, yeah. Yeah, he would order the guns to be fired. All the guns that leak from the alien would still be the starboard side of the ship. Facing them, open back door, open fire.
All right, let's go, boys.
Yeah. How do we do the measurement tool again? Someone please help.
It actually updated, so you want to hit the circle with the ruler in it.
Ah, thank you.
Yeah, we discovered that last Thursday.
We did.
Alrighty, wonderful. Okay.
You can even hit it to hide from others, so only you can see the measurement.
I see. Okay. I don't specifically need that, but that's cool. Yeah, nice. Alrighty. So
when I told him that, I said, I immediately thought, why did I just tell the DM how to hide things from us?
yeah, instant regret.
And it was at that moment that you realized you fucked up.
Yeah, pretty much.
Stonewall, there will be 4 cannons shot on this turn, unless you would like to add a 5th cannon.
Yeah, add a 5th gun.
Okay. Alrighty. So, out of 5 shots, the first one nails one of them.
Nice.
I want to do this in chat because I don't have that many dice to roll. Oh lord, a cannon is 8.
I did something.
Sorry.
Yeah, you're not supposed to have a space between the 8 and the D.
Ah, sorry.
Hello, dice.
Congratulations. This first cannon shot takes out the rider. Eviscerates him right off. He goes like a puff of red mist. Poof, he's gone.
It's the red mist you told us about.
Exactly. Yeah. Then, still obviously watching from the deck and seeing this happen and be, you know, my compliments to the gunners on the gun deck.
The other shots go whizzing right between all close calls. At this, you see them slightly react, and you see them begin to start to veer away, like to split up.
Okay.
Argon, please. It is your initiative. Oh, I'm sorry. Stonewall. I apologize. I didn't go over this. I have too many notes. I apologize, guys. It's still late.
It's all good.
The captain and the first mate, at the beginning of any encounter, have a special bonus. They can basically roll to... Oh, where's my notes? Ah, damn it, where's my notes? There you go. You can give either... You can do a rally. You can intimidate, or you can inspire your crew. Give them an advantage on their first rolls.
So, reskinned Bardic Inspiration.
Sure, that works.
Oceanic Inspiration.
It's called rally.
Alright.
That is cool.
So, you both can do it. I just need one success. So you guys will just need to roll me basically just a DC of 10.
Yeah, I say inspiration to the crew.
Alright, roll it. Just gotta beat a 10.
Hooray!
That is 17.
Alrighty. Everyone is wonderfully inspired by this amazing captain. You guys all get advantage on your first rolls. Alright, Stonewall, that is the ship. Would you like to take a movement or a minor action? Well, I suppose that'll be your minor action, so would you like to take a movement?
Movement,
And you don't have to, of course.
yeah, no, from where it is, Stone will just stay on quarterdeck. Seeing the result of the gunnery, so he'll stay where he is.
Very good. It is your turn. What would you like to do?
Well, let's see. What command? You did fire, right?
The ship did fire, yes. The ship will fire on Captain's turn.
Yeah, what can I do? Oh yeah, I can get the guns ready. I can get the ammo stuff ready.
Okay,
Yeah,
so you want to take your movement and just use that movement to assist?
Yeah, there's more movement to assist. There's this. There doesn't seem to be much to do.
Alright,
I
if you
can't
don't have
throw
it,
something.
so if you don't have an action, you can spend one action to have a cannon fire in your stead.
Oh, okay. Can I do action?
Try it, use it, break it, fix it, robot.
Dimitri, you're rebotting a little.
A little?
Trash it, change it, mail, upgrade it.
Yes, okay, if we can keep our fire up, that's a good thing, but that's on you. If you want to do that, that's just a suggestion, but do whatever. That's just my suggestion. Do whatever.
I want to do... I want to trade action surge. Damn it. Action surge for one shot.
Okay, no problem. Roll me a... Actually, I'm sorry, that'll be on my rolls. So one cannon fire goes out. A shot rings off and again lands betwixt them. It's a hard, narrow target to hit. But you are laying down fire. See, please.
Let's see. I'm going to say because of my relative location on the ship, I'm going to assist in what was the cannon thing you mentioned earlier? I was going to do that.
You can spend your action to have a cannon shoot off for you instead.
That.
Okay, fair enough. Hey, no problem with that. With an 18, very good. Again, here we go. Again. Nice. Alright, so you hit the second inwards, and the rider is flying off, dead. It's caught up in some of the rigging on the narwhal in the back, and it's flipping over and splashes into the water.
Can I ask really quick, the narwhals with no riders, are they still proceeding forward?
They are. Amans.
So not something to do yet, but something I will do later if the narwhals get any closer. I have animal friendship, so I think that might be useful against them. But the range is only 30 feet, so they'd have to be right on us. But I figured I'd let you guys know in advance that if they start changing behaviors, maybe don't shoot. Sorry?
Oh, I was just going to say, that's a very good thing to know. Very good thing to know.
For the record, 30 feet is right here.
Yep. Okay,
Yeah.
so I will move to be very close to the edge. Hopefully I don't get shot. And then I'm gonna use my turn to shoot another cannon.
Alrighty. That one is a miss.
Alrighty. I tried.
Sploosh.
Ardwin.
Alright, you said that I can do the rally.
Yeah, you can't stack it. It only works once.
Yeah, wait, it's already
Yeah.
done. Alright, so
So
I'm
if
gonna
he fails, you have a backup.
Yep. So I have the I don't have any spells that can come within range at this point, so I am also going to stay my turn for a cannon, but I want Tully to do something right after me.
Okay, so you do want to have another cannon shoot off?
Yes.
Very good. That is a miss.
Alright. So what Tully's gonna do, instead of a cannon, get ready folks.
Is he gonna load himself into it?
No. Tully's literally just going to hang on. Let me look.
Is he gonna yeet a cannonball himself?
Maybe.
Chuck him like a baseball at him. That's awesome.
Well, the best part is, oh, good lord. So, I'm gonna ask the DM if I can do this.
Okay, what you got?
Can I use Tully's frenzy attack to literally just quick fire launch 6 cannonballs?
Is Tully proficient in throwing cannonballs?
He's proficient in throwing just about anything.
Okay.
I agree with this.
Man's got a baseball arm.
I appreciate that. I think I'm going to have to limit you to 4, much like the ship, to compensate for the extra awkwardness.
That's fine.
No, to compensate for Tully.
What, you mean
That's
with Tully?
fine.
No, I mean, Tully's just that epic. We don't need cannons, we have Tully.
Alright, let's go for it. I want to try to get one round in before we have to stop.
Okay, what do I have to roll for that other than just the classic attacks?
You would pretty much just have to roll me the 4 attack rolls.
Okay. So, I don't have dice for Tully, so I have to use Ardwin's dice. That one is a... That's an 11. I doubt that hits.
Nope.
$24.
Yes.
18.
Yes.
And 13.
No. Okay. However, Tully is not a cannon, so it does not do the same damage.
Yep. So, let's see. So, are we just doing the result of the slam attack, or or are you giving me another set of dice to roll?
Since it's based on Tully's strength, I would probably go with the effect of a slam attack.
Okay. So that is going to be 2d8 plus 3. That one, and this one. So the first one is 8, 9, 10, 11.
Okay.
The next one is 13.
Math. Okay. Alright. So, two of these shots come running out, and... Oh, I'm sorry. Was that for both attacks, or was that for one attack? Because you hit twice.
That was for both.
So it's that damage times 2. Or is it 1d8 per slam?
2d8 plus 3 for one
hit.
For one hit, yeah.
So you hit twice, so that's double.
Yeah.
Okay, so it's... Okay, so he chucks these cannonballs like a fast pitch. The rider to the far right sees it and does his best to brace for it, and damn near breaks his arm off. He topples over backwards, still hanging on, but is having difficulty as the second shot comes through and smacks to the narwhal. You can see a minor moment of a thrashing as this creature recoils for a second. Damn. Good. Blossom.
Yes.
Your turn, please.
Okay. Well, considering that one's blowing holes in my ship yet,
Stop blowing holes in my ship!
Thank you. Considering no holes have been blown in it yet, Glosson does not need to be down below. And I have a question. I didn't discuss this before the game started, and I should have, and I'm sorry, but does he still have... Am I still using his original spell sheet, or am I using the new one? Or...
You would have had time before you guys shoved off if you wanted to say you rearranged your spells.
Okay. I suppose it doesn't really matter all that much, but can I use Magic Missile and try and aim for the riders and not the narwhals themselves?
You can. How... Do you have a... Is Magic Missile distance related?
120 feet.
I think they're further out than that.
I don't know how far out they are.
Yeah, this is about accurate, so yeah, you wouldn't make it.
Yeah.
Sorry.
No, it's fine, because now I'm sitting here like, I don't think I can do anything. Unless I fired a cannon, but I...
They are 185 feet out.
Okay.
Cannons have a range of like 600 feet.
Yeah, within range of our they're well within the range of our guns, easily within range,
Yeah,
and that's
okay.
easy hitting distance.
Oh, okay.
At full lob, Tully can throw something about half that distance.
Yeah, so
The cannons, I mean.
I'm guessing that. Oh, sorry.
No, it's fine. I'm just like, let's try a fucking cannon, because that's the only thing I can do.
Yeah, they're still out. That's the bad side, because it's like, well, if you don't want a cannon, you kind of have to wait for them. Unfortunately, that cannon is a miss.
Yeah, I figured.
Candela,
Yes.
your turn.
Alright, my magic is not... that they are too far away from my magic. And you said the ship was equipped with everything we had asked for, right?
Yes.
Does that include the magically infused cannonballs I requested?
Oh.
I believe so. Refresh me.
I had requested some cannonballs that had elemental affinities.
Oh, yeah, yes.
Excellent. Do we have electric?
Yes.
Good. Can we load that up and fire?
Absolutely. That'll be your turn.
Yes,
Taser
please.
cannon.
Essentially, that and they're on water. I know it's not going to spread very far, but it should at least spread enough to do a little bit of damage to everything around it. Alright, so a d20, right? Oops.
Yeah, I got it. I had to roll for the cannons.
Got it.
It is a miss, but you can roll me the electric damage, because that is very smart.
Alright, what am I rolling for electric damage? Oh, great and merciful DM.
That would be... You can just do me 2d10.
Gladly. Can I roll again since it was doubles?
Not going with that roll, sorry.
Okay, I tried.
You did. Alright. So collectively, the 4 narwhals in the front do take 12 points of electric damage. Alrighty.
Lovely.
Neora, please.
Nayora. Is Nayora dead?
No, I'm here. Sorry. I don't have any magic that'll reach. Can I just shoot a cannon?
Absolutely. That is a hit.
Nice.
Oh boy, oh boy. Alrighty. So, with this shot here, the first narwhal that had the rider taken off recoils and slacks under the water. You see a tail flip up over the waves. Alright. You've taken out one rider and one narwhal. And you've pretty much bloodied 2 others. Good news, bad news. Bad news rolled a nat 1, so they were last in initiative. Alright. For their movement, they will close the gap. And they will break off.
Sweet lord, they were quick.
Jeez.
Alright.
They're out of range of the guns, but they're sure as hell in range now.
Oh no, they're
Far worse
definitely in
things.
range of our guns and in range of our other small arms. And magic, for those of us who have magic, we can...
I just realized that this is actually the perfect opportunity to break out my Seafarer's dice.
Yes, they are.
Ooh.
Yeah, perfect.
Yeah, I have aquatic dice that I got at GexCon just yesterday, and they have this beautiful seafoam green and an ocean blue swirl to them with gold lettering.
Alright. So, as they pass around, those watch as they hurl spears of some sort. that snag in the fore with 2 hits with only 2 riders, and the aft.
In
Those who can,
I see it.
respectively, and those who can see them impact see that there is a guideline attached to that go under the water.
They're trying to anchor us.
The main narwhal with the large rig does have a cannon, and will finally take a shot.
There's a cannon on the narwhal.
Yes, there is. There's a big ass rig on this narwhal.
I love it.
No.
Quick,
That is
Tully,
a hit.
catch the
Brace
cannonball and
for
throw it
impact.
back.
Yep.
The captain just tosses it back. Everything just explodes.
Alrighty, the cannonball rings against the steel hull of 38 points of damage.
For a
Quite
steel
an
hull,
interesting
wouldn't it
scene.
do? For a steel hull, wouldn't it do half damage?
And I'm not taking this as damage-wise specifically. I'm using the damage term because I'm whittling down the toughness of the steel. that make sense?
Oh, okay.
Well, that and
There's
the
a big ass dent.
well, that's a cannon
so
also at
so
85
the
feet.
damage is the health is essentially the toughness.
Okay,
Does that make sense?
sort of.
Quick question.
Mm-hmm.
Before we move on, how far away are they? How far away are they now?
They are pretty accurate to distance here. They could be a little bit closer.
Okay.
Okay,
That
so
was
80 feet. Okay.
That was a hit on second. So that's at 262 now. Okay.
From Naora, the main rider is 100 feet away.
Yeah, okay.
One at 70, and the other at 110 from Naora.
Okay, no, I just needed to know because just planning out my next thing. Okay.
All right. We have 10 minutes, guys. Do we think we can go through another round? I know this is going to take forever with 8 people. I'm just asking of courtesy.
If people can be quick, then yes.
I'm fine with it. I have no problem.
Okay.
Alright.
Let's do one more round.
Oh
and this-
shoot! I just realized something. Are the idiot kobolds in initiative?
They are.
Whoops.
I forgot they existed.
This turn. They're not going to do anything this turn, but they do have an initiative. They're not choosing to be aggressive.
I was about to say, didn't we take their only cannon?
Yes,
True,
because
you did.
if they had fired their cannon, honey, they would be sinking right now.
Yeah, they would have blown a hole in their ship. One of the reasons why we have their cannon. We're putting it to good use.
Top of the roster. Here we go again.
All right.
What you got?
All right. Obviously, the ship is going to fire.
Okay, gotcha.
We're going to lose another broadside. We're going to do 500.
Ooh, that's a crit. Very good. Okay, well, good news is you got a crit. Who do you want to aim against? You have a crit on a cannon.
Oh, I can choose which one I'm aiming at.
I'll give you that on a crit. Yes, sir.
Oh, okay. The guy, the one with the cannon mounted on that narwhal. I'm taking
Yes,
him out.
Quinn.
Absolutely.
I'm taking him
Okay.
out. He shot at he shot at the ship. I will take him out.
16
I
to 10.
I will take him out with an ounce of lead.
Holy!
With a perfect 100. Okay. So you're gonna give this guy a promotion. Whoever shot that cannon fires it right down the barrel of the opposing cannon. It explodes.
Whoa!
He was the corporal was in charge of that gun. He's now a sergeant.
Into these thousands of bits of fiery shrapnel that do catch this and this narwhal with 1 point of damage.
Arwen's gonna immediately yell, "Give that man a raise!"
Give that man extended shore leave.
Yeah. It's like
Goodness
they're in their
gracious.
pay today.
Obliterated. Okay.
Obliterated.
Argon, please.
Oh boy.
Oh, do I also get that thing where I roll whatever to inspire the crew? That whole thing I'm able to do as captain, or is that a one shot?
No, that's a one shot for their personal. That doesn't work on the cannons.
Okay. Alright. That's what I was just curious how that works.
Oh yeah.
So go ahead. I just wanted to ask.
Argon,
Alright.
please.
Alright, so the big guy's gone, so I'm gonna go for, let's see, the guy on the left.
Okay. What are you doing?
I'm gonna load up and
Cannon?
use up one skill for a shot
Okay.
and improve critical.
Alright. Unfortunately, that is a miss.
Damn it.
Alright, Sieg.
I think once again I'm going to use the cannon action.
That's fair. That's always valid. With a 4, that will not do it. I'm sorry.
Balls!
You can tell that these individuals are used to trying to dodge cannons.
Apparently.
And again, it is kind of hard to trajectory a cannon shot with a fast-moving, body, not a ship. Commands?
Alrighty. Sorry, I thought I was muted, so I was like, oh,
Sorry?
gotta turn that on. Hold on, let me zoom in a little. That is very much out of my range.
What's your range?
30 feet. Yep, no, that's not happening.
If you want to take your movement to get over to one side, you can get one of them.
Which one would I be able to get?
Well, like I say, you could take your movement, move over here and grab this one. You could take your movement, get over here and be able to grab one of these.
I thought you said it was fairly accurate to distance. That's 50 feet.
Well, fairly accurate. I'll be able to fudge a little bit of numbers for nautical nonsense.
Okay, nautical nonsense is something I wish.
Yes.
Alright, so I'll move over here and I will try animal friendship on this narwhal.
Mm-hmm.
Let me see what I actually have to roll.
Please.
One action, 30 feet. If the beast's intelligence is 4 or higher, the fails. Otherwise, the beast must succeed on a wisdom saving throw or be charmed by you for the spell's duration. Coolio. So I guess it just needs to for a wisdom saving throw.
Okay, what do I have to beat?
Shoot. How do I count?
Should be a spell save or a spell DC.
Oh, spell save, so that's 8 plus bonus plus his mod. My wisdom modifier is 2, I think, so that's 10 at least. I'm not sure what my bonus is supposed to be. I think that's supposed to be level dependent, which honestly, I'm still not sure what level I am.
You should be at 5.
At 5?
Yes.
That sounds really low. Anyway, I still don't know what that number would be. Did he roll higher than a 10? Do we have
I rolled a
to figure-
16.
I don't think my bonus is going to be plus 6. So
Alright. We'll have time to adjust and fix that, I suppose, for next time. But for now, that did not take effect.
okay, I'm gonna let the rest of the crew know it didn't work.
Mm-hmm. Ardwin? Ardwin?
Sorry, I was muted.
Mhm.
I said I'm gonna try for a cannon again.
Okay. Which one are you aiming at? Any specific?
I was hoping to go for the one with the rider.
Yeah.
Alright, unfortunately that's a 2.
Oh, wait.
I'm gonna have to start getting you guys to roll, because I feel like you're not gonna believe me on these rolls.
I forgot that I was gonna do the cannon for Tully instead of... Oh well, it's already rolled. I can't do much about that.
I'm sorry, I'll get you guys to roll in your own cannon shots next game. I promise.
Alright. So
That'll be more
Tully's
satisfying.
Tully's gonna do the same thing.
Mm-hmm.
4 cannonballs.
Mm-hmm.
Throw. Let me... Where's the... There's Tully's stuff. Somebody's rolling a crap ton of dice.
Sorry, I'm just rolling a die on the table.
Okay. That's going to be... Team 21.
Hit.
11.
Miss.
10.
Miss.
And... 24, I think?
That's a hit, of course.
It's a 17 with a +7, so...
Yeah.
Yes, 24.
Okay, roll me damage on, I assume, 2 separate targets.
Yep. Let me grab both these. Oh, you have to be kidding me. 2 nat 1s.
Oh no. Oh no.
I rolled 2 and it's like a 2 nat, so that still gets up, it's damage, so it still gets a +3.
So that's 5.
A 5, and this better be nat 8s or I'm gonna call home and freaking throw these at a wall. You have to be kidding me, now it's a 3. So that's 6.
Alrighty, on which targets?
I was actually aiming for the same guy. I was aiming both for the, How many are left? I thought there was only 2 left.
There's 2 riders and 3 narwhals.
Alright, I'll take... I was aiming both for the same guy that I threw at earlier.
Which was... I'm sorry. This one here?
I think? I don't know. You didn't actually tell me which one it was.
I apologize. The one that... Yeah, the one that's most damaged from Tully was this one here, to your right. Yeah.
Okay.
Okay, so with that, the rider goes unconscious, being smacked with 2 more cannonballs. And the narwhal is almost dead. It's hanging on by a thread. Alright, Glosson, please.
Glosson. Oh, there you are.
No, here. Sorry, my tablet screen turned off. So there's only 1 rider left I'm looking at?
There's 1 rider and 3 narwhals, yes.
I'm not hitting narwhal. I'm trying to keep this alive if I can. Is it too far away to try a magic missile now?
No, I shouldn't think so if you want to get up to the side of the ship.
Sure, why not? Not far. Glosson jumps out of the boat.
Tully grabs hold of your legs and just kind of dangles you over the edge.
Graceful.
It's an idea.
I don't know the tactic we could try, but I'll talk about it later.
You just tie Glosson to a stick and Tully holds it out over the edge of the boat.
Alrighty, I want a magic missile the dude, not the narwhal, but the dude.
Gotcha.
The rider.
Roll me damage.
Let me grab my d4. Four. Oh, shit. Oh. 1.
I don't think it's roll shit.
I saw dice at GexCon last week where instead of a 1, they had just the word shit painted on them.
That's really shit.
So, 4, 4, 1, and 3.
Okay, so 9, 10, 11, 12. Okay, so 3 bolts shoot out, strike this man in the chest as he recoils back and forth. He's almost bloodied. He realizes things haven't worked out the way he thought they were going to work out. His comrades are dead, and there's only 2 other narwhals. He's got this look on his face like, we made a mistake, we weren't prepared.
Ain't ready for this.
Yeah. Alright, Candela?
Alright. I'm gonna go over to this side of the ship.
Mm-hmm.
Can I see the back of the narwhal he's standing on?
Yeah, you can get a spot. I think I know what you're going to do, and I love it.
Yes, I'm going to do it. Jet of fire.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I got you. Roll me damage.
Alright. That's a D8, right?
I believe so.
I've got it written down. I just can't see it. I need to rewrite everything. So, 5.
Okay, roll me a D4 to see if he catches on fire.
4.
Oh, and the narwhal. Okay, so the man is currently on fire as he gets set ablaze. The narwhal takes damage too. This Wilhelm scream. Oh Lord, okay. He'll be distracted on his next turn. Namor, please.
Can I shoot a lightning bolt at it?
Oh shit, yes!
Not having a good
Let's
day.
go. You guys are having fun now that's in range.
Again. A creature takes 8d6 lightning damage.
Oh damn.
But
And I have to,
first,
so say, I
right?
think I have to save, right?
Yeah.
Okay, he's gonna get a disadvantage because he's on fire.
That's very good.
Don't worry, he rolled an 8. Oh Lord, roll me your damage, please. Oh Lord, this man's having a bad day.
Simply to mess with the wrong ship.
Could be worse. You could have got.
That's a 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. One last one. 18.
Oh good golly. Okay, he's definitely bloody. Oh, this man is gonna die. Alright, it is his turn. Let's see if he can... Okay. Alright, so he failed to put out the fire, so he's still on fire. He realizes all's gone to shit, so he's gonna use his last ditch before he dies. Oh, Lord. Oh, why did I not write this down? Where is my list? Ah, there we go. Okay. So, I need to roll 8d6 as a last ditch effort. This individual holds up a hand and haphazardly chucks a fireball on the deck of the ship. The aim goes far, so it does not catch anybody, but it only does damage to the ship. The ship itself takes 25 measly points. There is a fire on deck, and it will continue to burn if it's not putting out. But as this man lobs this fireball, you just see him topple over the narwhal in the water, dead.
We got him.
With no riders, the narwhals have only one action to do that they know how to, with a 19, with a 14, with a measly 5. Okay. With no riders, they have no direction and do the only thing they were taught to do and will ram the ship. Oh. These two go right for it and will hit. This one over here will not. It doesn't know what to do. The rider was on fire. It's partially on fire. Two measly hits, it's not going to do anything because it'll glance. Their horns will glance right off. Sorry, their tooth will glance right off of the steel hull with no damage at all. So you just have angry narwhals batting at your ship.
Angry, bruised narwhals, I'd assume.
Yes.
Tank,
All right.
tank, 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 tank.
Yeah.
I'm
Yes,
going to
I'm
stop it here, guys. Because we
Yay!
have to go. Thank you for joining. This has been half of day one.
It's been fun.
Yeah.
This is what you guys are going to deal with. All right. Well, we'll stop there and pick it up next time. Thank you so much for joining me.
Alright, this thing. Yay!
Thank you everybody for coming by for the stream. It's going to be on YouTube if you missed anything. Sorry for a lot of difficulties today on my end. Hopefully I get that squared away next time. Until then, have a great day.
You too. I'm getting off as well.
Bye.
Bye.
Thank you for joining. Thank you for joining if you got to run.